Welcome back, everybody, to Scum. So, today is a little bit different, and the reason I have you here is usually what happens when, before I start a new season, is I'll go into a single player and I'll run around, do some testing, change the settings, and things like that. And this time, I thought I'd bring you along. So in this instance, please excuse my naked form. That's from a play session I had with Z yesterday. So that's not us. And thank you for joining me. So this is kind of, like I said, this is what I would normally do behind the scenes before I start a season. And actually it'll get, hopefully, your perspective and input on the settings as well. Hi, Annihilate. Almost missed this at work, but would watch and keep it on as I can. That's okay. Thank you so much. All right, so since 1.0, so I really haven't been in the game too much, um, but since 1.0 has dropped, single player is now called Sandbox. So we're going to create. Here we go. Now I'm going to put in my normal settings that I would for any other single player. But usually what happens when I do a test is that I'll spawn stuff in. So be prepared for that. We're spawning in weapons and clothes and things like that because we are literally running around testing the settings. What will happen when I actually start the fresh new season, we will be starting absolutely from scratch and how it should be. So that's about that. So I'll get the character quickly sorted. Should we have a mullet again, or should we just be bold? I mean, it really doesn't matter at this point. Blue eyes. Skills. We'll do the same. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'm going to go slightly less on the archery, actually, seems we're going to have guns on us. I'm going to keep endurance at medium, everything else in running, so we're quick. And hello, everybody. Hey, Selfless! You beautiful human being. How are you doing, my lovely? Thank you for popping in. And thank you to everybody who might be lurking in the background. I appreciate it. Let's put some in driving, motorcycling, and stealth. Survival, you should do that. I'm not going to worry about engineering, and I'm going to put the rest in medical, because we may need it. And create. There we are. Do you want to enable new player protection? I'm going to say no, because I think I've got the dropships on, and we need to test that. So I don't want to wait for 2 hours. So we're going to say no. All hell may break loose straight away. And then once we've landed,
My life was a peaceful one. Even so, I never realized how full my heart was until they ripped it apart.
I'm skipping that. If you've got the game, you get the little mini trailer at the front, and you also get that trailer as well. What I'll do when I do the single player is I'll play it in full then. Okay? Hey, John. Thank you very much. Good to see you too. You're right, Selfless. Been looking forward to it. Ah, the cutscene. I know. Thank you very much. Right, now, first things first. Why am I in green? Where are we? Well, that's C0 over there. That's C1 town, I think? Maybe? No, I don't know. Let's get down on the ground. So, the reason I am in green fatigues is because the lovely Surge bought me the latest DLC. And with part of that, you get the choice of the orange fatigues, the grey ones, or green ones. I have actually at this...
Secure communication established. Welcome to the Scum Island.
Dina.
I am an AI created by Tech One Corporation. My full designation is Dual Energetic Entity Neural Appliance version 2.0.
I'm gonna let her talk, because
my intellect excels, but
she's
the
chatting
creators that
Kathy
I am
right
best
at the
used
start.
as a tutorial, protocol overseer, and body performance analyst. I will now provide basic movement instructions.
Right, now she's shut up. I have actually turned her off in both senses of the word. I've turned her off in the options and I turned her off in the settings. She still persists, bless her. Now, what I will say is, whilst Dina might very well, uh, I don't want her on, she is very, very useful. If you are new to the game, this is the equivalent of all the bits and pieces that you get, like in 7 Days to Die, and it explains every single little instruction. So if you're new to the game, I would recommend actually keeping her on. She will kind of teach you how to do certain things. Um, yeah, exactly, selfless. I'm pretty sure, I will check again that I've turned her off, but yeah, she's a chatty Cathy. However, once you've done the few basic objectives that you see on the left-hand side, she will then go away, which will do just to make that bit on the left-hand side of the screen go away. Anyway, yes, Surge bought me the DLC. I have no idea at this point how to change or opt for those different fatigues. I really haven't looked into it. Now, one of the other things you get with the DLC, as you'll see on my back, is you get a wee little starter pack. Again, I have no idea if I can turn this off. I haven't looked into it. I will look into it, however, before I start the new season, because I would like to just start from scratch. But in said starter pack, you get a knife, which we'll put in there. You get some garlic, food, water, your bank card, which actually we don't need, so we're just going to get rid of that. And you do get some emergency bandages. Now, this is important because the NPCs, holy moly. Now, I'm putting that out there right now. I have done a little bit of testing, a little bit, about half an hour or so. A lot less than I would normally do, because then I came up with the idea of allowing you guys to kind of come along for the ride. Um, the NPCs, even on level 1, are pretty hardcore, and I have experienced them on the multiplayer side of things, which was with Z yesterday. Oh, it's server setting, is it? Annihilate? Okay, cool. I'll tell you what, we'll have a look at that. Um, you know me. You know me. I am not a big PvP fan whatsoever. I appreciate the work that's gone into bringing them in, and I also understand the reason why they've been brought in. Personally, for me, I don't like PvP. I am going to turn them off. Hey, Ronya, you beautiful Swedish person, you. How are you doing, my lovely? Um, oh, they will be turned off for my single player series. I don't enjoy um running around with the threat of NPCs, in the sense of the ones that have been brought in. Obviously, technically in a game, everything's an NPC. The puppets are, the animals are, the sentries are. But when I say NPC now, what I mean is the humans that have been brought in. Hey, Amandine. I know you do, and I'm pretty sure I'm in the 1% that don't. I've spoken to quite a few people, and nearly, possibly apart from me and Selfless, everybody loves them. And if you wanted a little bit of PvP in your life, perfect. I think they're perfect. But for me, it seriously gives me a heart attack. All I want to do is run around and fight puppets. Now, now, what I am going to do, however, in relation to not having the NPCs on, is everything else is going to be on. Everything else that got turned off in the last season, the hordes, which by the way are actually kind of still broken, the dropships, the sentries, everything. Everything is going to be on, and it's going to be difficult. Hey Miller, how you doing? Would you rather me call you John, or would you like me to call you Miller? You let me know. John, first time I played 1.0, I was on the ground for about 5 minutes. The NPC shot me in the face. They are, and my experience in testing, and I'll let you know what it was like. That was on the difficulty level 1. So we'll spawn in some stuff, so at least we're protected. Then what we'll do is I'll explain what I've experienced so far. Then we're going to run around and do some testing. I may very well also go into drone mode because we're going to go and have a quick look. There's a lot that's changed. I don't want to look at the entire map because I do want some things to be a surprise, but there are a few things that I do want to go and look at, and like I said, alright, I'm going to continue calling you Miller then, because if I try and remember that your name is John, I may forget, and I'll just call you Miller anyway. So apologies. If I can keep calling you Miller, then if that's okay, I will, because my memory honestly is shocking. If you've been watching me long enough, you'll know that. Um, I'm also, yeah, so I'm going to go to drone mode. I'm going to have a quick look at a couple of things, but I'm not going to explore the whole map because I do want things to be a surprise when we go in to the game. First and foremost, despite any misgivings this game may still have, look how bloody beautiful it looks now. I mean, they've really, really worked hard. So the grass is different. The overall look of things, it's a little bit hazy in the distance on a hot day, which it would be. And there is a lot of changes with regards to the buildings, with regards to how some of the towns are laid out. Apparently, some of the bridges between the mainland and the Z Island are different as well. Or, the amount of stuff that's on and things like that. Good. We're in the same boat then, Miller. Okay, good. um, I don't know where I'm going to be when I'm 63. I probably won't even remember my own name, to be fair, when I get there. Yeah, it's beautiful. And there's some wee little, very polished touches that they've put in. The animals apparently are more prevalent. Bless him, Z, Citizen Z. When I say Z, that's who I'm uh, referring to as Citizen Z. He's got his own channel. Please go and check him out. He's really good with PvP. So he's just started his new single player season. He does Dead Side, the finals as well. So if you like someone who plays Scum and PvP, you can go check him out too. But yeah, so me and Zian, bless him, he got chased down by a bear like in succession. So yeah, I mean, it is beautiful. I mean, it was already beautiful, to be perfectly honest, and now it's more, well, crisp. Now again, because this is Scum and because I am streaming, look who's decided to join us. We also now, they still walk out of bushes. You just see a bobbing head in the behind her as well. And we literally have nothing to defend ourselves with. So quickly, because I've been yabbing too long. There we go. Just in case she spots us. We also now, if you stand here long enough, have wild puppets. Now, I put wild in inverted commas because it's not like how it used to be where you would run into a field and they would already be there. They are still going to spawn out of bushes if you happen to be in the area long enough. So, for example, there's one just over there as well. Just there. Whoa! I take it back. They also do just pop in. Okay, might be... This might be a good chance, actually. We'll get into the other stuff in a minute.
Your survival rate is 4.32% higher just by not standing still.
Yes, thank you, Dina.
You have now been granted access to my knowledge database, the Codex. Access it now.
Alright. If you want a quick way to spawn in without using the admin helper, which I will actually load up in a minute. I don't want that, not yet. You can spawn in a Christmas present of any gun, and that will give you the basics, basically. So, as soon as we've got, let's say 1, 2, 3, I can see in the distance. We definitely got 2 in front of us. And at least 1 over to the side. I'm going to shoot one of these with a suppressed weapon and see what happens. I don't know whether you can trigger a horde in the middle of nowhere. But we will find out. Alright, I'll tell you what. We will put... no, let's put this one on. Let's... no, I want a better view, actually. Where's the other 2? I don't know where they would spawn from, mind. I don't know whether they'll spawn from the bushes, but you never know. No, nobody heard that. Let's just change that to single fire. Okay. Oh, hey, Jemmy. Did someone say they're too OP? More like no OP. Well, you know what? It depends, I suppose, if you turn the difficulty up to 3. But a lot, I have seen, whilst the vast majority of people like the NPCs, they like the PvP element. I have also seen a lot of people say that they are just continuously dying. Because a lot of the NPCs do have guns, they've only got like a wooden axe, a stone axe, and they just keep getting shot. So, I think the NPCs are going to be a little bit contentious for a while. Some people are going to hate them, some people are going to love them, some people are going to think they're way overpowered, and then some of them are going to think that they are not powerful enough. So that's the beauty of having the options. So you can make them more powerful if you like. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to go in here and just turn the sound back up. The reason I turned it down is because that intro bit where you're creating your character is so loud. Alright, apply, back. We should now be able to hear us running through the grass and things like that. Equals death. Yeah, I have to say, I haven't come across one yet with a bow. The only ones I've come across that haven't had guns have had crossbows, and the vast majority of them have had guns. They are improvised weapons, so improvised pistol, improvised rifle, for the most part, I have to say. But yeah, you can still get shot. They're not a bad shot. They're not brilliant, but they're still, enough if you don't know what you're doing or you don't like it, I suppose. Yeah, I think, since the hordes came on, Jemmy, I think a lot more people do use bows, but perhaps I think it's the NPCs are now going to possibly emphasize that more. I do think if you come up against an NPC with a gun and body armor and a helmet, perhaps your basic wooden arrows, you're probably going to go through a few and possibly get shot first. But who knows? Like I said, I haven't really played properly. Yesterday when I played with Z, and I believe the NPCs on JP's server are pretty tough. He died twice. I got shot twice, and we spent most of our time running, not away from them, but trying to get back together, back to each other. And yeah, I only got shot once, and I was down to 20% health. And I was lucky because I spawned him in the starter kit, so I had the 5 bandages. The second time, I had to cut up some of my clothes. But yeah, the vast majority of the NPCs I've come across have been armed with guns. So yeah. Yeah, I got shot at in B2 town and I heard nothing. I didn't hear any footsteps coming up behind me. So yeah. I think it's brand new, and with everything that Scum brings in, there's always going to be tweaking. There's always going to be tweaking. And I think that's why they put in a difficulty measure. So on here on the server settings, and we're going to be in and out of here quite a lot today. Down the bottom, all the way down the bottom. By the way, Feudal brought out another video. It's only like 2 minutes about the NPC settings, and there's really only like a few of them. So here, difficulty level of armed NPCs. So you can have it on 3. I believe the default is 2. In my testing, I've had them on 1. And I definitely, if I hadn't spawned in a gun, would have died. For absolute certain. Probability for armed NPC to drop items from hands when searched. I've got that at 100%, but as I wanted to see what they were dropping. And for the most part, everything they drop is around 20 odd percent. It's not very good percentage. So you would need to find repair kits and so on to repair the guns, the clothing. That's even if you can get it above 50%. I don't know. That I haven't tested yet. And then the other NPC setting, it's all the way up here. So I've got it at 0 right now because I needed to test something else and um, I needed them off. So it really doesn't matter all the way at the bottom what these two settings at the bottom are. If you have 0 in here, they won't spawn, or they're not supposed to anyway. I have heard a rumor that someone still had them running around, but if you have that as 0, they shouldn't spawn in. -1 is the default. We will turn. We're not. I don't know whether I'm going to turn them on with you. Don't know. We'll see, because I don't plan on having them on in the single player. But so that's where it is. Now, my story of what happened. I was at the quarry, the good old quarry, and actual fact, we'll go there now. I'll just show you. Let me for a second. Let me get up Scum admin helper because because it's easier to teleport using this. It's a very good tool for anybody, and it's free. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the North Quarry. I'm going to spawn in where I normally do. The North Quarry is the one that has the mechanics garages. Oh, there we go. Little. Honestly. Come on then. He spawned in a little bit close, didn't he? Hey? Alright. Now the quarry's always a little bit nuts. So I was spawned in and I was stood here. And I saw an NPC run across here. Ran up there and ran back down. I hadn't made any noise. I was literally stood here looking. So I took a pot shot, and she proceeded to run. She ran up here, so she was able to get up here, unlike sometimes the puppets struggle. Although down there used to be like a solid cliff in it. So she ran up here. She had a handgun, although she was dressed like in normal clothing, and tried to shoot me. I shot her, so I won. But that's only because I had the M16. If I'd been new with a bow and arrow, would I have got her? Possibly not. Could I have, just run at her with the axe? Yes. Then what I heard was a lot of sort of gabbling. So the NPCs talk. I can hear something. It's a little bit like that. So it's very evident that it's an NPC, as it were. And they were in these two mechanics garages. There was 4 or 5 in this one, and there's 4 or 5 in the other one. I'd already taken care of Missy, who was running around down there, and at this point I didn't see really anybody else. So I came down here with my M16, and oh hi Trevor, how you doing, my lovely? How are you? Let's see if this triggers anything. Dang. No. Alright, so I came down here because there weren't really any puppets about. And poking out through these doors was crossbows and guns. That's what was poking out. They tried once to shoot out through the walls and the door, but then they stopped. Exactly the same for the other side. A couple of them I shot because they were glitching through the door. They were kind of just pacing back and forward. They wouldn't open the door though. And at this point, I didn't know they could. So I promptly opened the door and blasted the rest that had survived. Did the same in that one. Then I thought, I didn't see anybody else. Came over here, shot one puppet, triggered a horde. We'll see if we can trigger. We'll just open this. Right. Shot one puppet and triggered a horde. No, we haven't done it that time. Literally, everybody turned around and ran for me. And I would say at least there was about 3 dozen puppets. So I ran in. Yeah, I ran in this one. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I ran in this one. And then I heard gunfire in the background. I was like, okay, there's more NPCs here. And all the puppets that I could see that were kind of outside here and outside where I had made the noise ran off. So after a while, I could still hear them screaming. I came out and then I jogged back up here because I thought I want to see what's going on. There must be an NPC somewhere that's still causing them to be aggroed. So I came along here. Ooh, easy. Whoa! Nobody heard that. Okay. So I came along here, and right over there in that closed off compound, there was an armed NPC and a whole bunch of puppets just on the other side of that fence. But because he was firing at them so close to the fence, one, they weren't dying, but two, they were smacking him through the fence, he ended up dying. Before that happened, when I was hidden here, after the puppets had run off to bother this guy, two fully armed, and I mean they've got the military helmets on, they've got, one had a UMP, had the body armor on, they came trotting over to where I was, so I hadn't moved at this point, so I'm still crouched inside here to allow the puppets to de-aggro. They knew I was in there, and they promptly opened the door. Well, that took me by surprise. Now, thankfully, I guess on level 1, um, they um, they didn't fire straight away. So I was able, because I had the M16, I was able to take them out. So I had, we'll say 10 here, another 2 that came looking for me, the one I shot originally, and then the one over there. So I had 14 NPCs just around here. Yes, I'd used a gun. If I'd used a bow, would they have known where I was? Possibly not. Who knows? But like I said, when I'm in testing, I'll always spawn a gun in because it's just easier that way. Because realistically, all I'm doing is I'm testing the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is being loud, getting into trouble, having lots of puppets, so on and so forth. So that was my first experience, and that, I'll show you. World, NPCs. That was on the default. That was -1. That was on level 1, drop 100%. And the vast majority of them, apart from the 2 armed ones, which dropped, one dropped a UMP and the other one dropped a Mosin. Everybody else dropped a improvised pistol or improvised rifle or a crossbow. So that was my experience of the default and low. So then I changed it to 50, went to B2 town, and still got shot at. So yes, that's why they're now off. But it's just personal preference. It is just personal preference. Don't crucify me for it. But I am gonna have everything else on, and that's what we're gonna be testing today. So we want hordes. We want it to be lots of puppets. We want them to hit very hard. Dropships are going to be on. Dropships to go into your base is going to be on. Everything else, the mechs are going to be on. And they terrify me, honestly. But NPCs on it, I swear to you, I don't know what it is. I'm not geared up for it. We definitely have plenty of puppets there, don't we? On the setting I've got right now, we've definitely got a few running around. I do want to see if I can trigger a horde, though. Probably going to regret it, but you know. No, not yet. Right, let's check up on catch. You need a BP vest. Bulletproof vest, yes, or make one. They tend to shoot at your body. Yes, I concur. Doing great. Minus all this heat. Yes. So Trevor's down in Italy right now, and yes, I've seen on the news that it's particularly warm. Have you got air conditioning, Trevor? Or are you just sort of coping? Miller, yes, the embassy shoot for centre mass. which has saved me several times. Right. Okay, well, I'll tell you what then. Let's have a quick look, because I can't remember from when I made it. Improvise bulletproof armor. Any skin? Yes. Okay. That's very doable, actually. Again, you need a sewing kit. That's the usually the be-all and end-all of making clothing. Okay. Well, there we go. So that's guidance for everybody. Get yourself a bulletproof vest. You've got air conditioning. Excellent. Good to hear it. Yes. Yeah. You know what, as well, and this is why I'm going to put some polls out with you guys, because there are certain settings with regards to the dropships, the hordes, and things like that. And that means that those of you who are watching, and there are 21 of you right now, so thank you very much. For those of you who are watching but prefer to lurk, 38, holy moly. Yeah, that is hot. I'm so glad you've got aircon. I'm gonna try anyway. I've never done a poll on a stream before, so I'm gonna do my best. Um, I'm gonna put some polls out about how we're gonna have some of the remaining settings. So be prepared, and I believe you can vote on that, and you don't have to comment. I don't even think you have to be subscribed, if I'm perfectly honest. Well, normally, Ronya, I would like to agree with you, but when I came in here and triggered the horde last time, I had a suppressed weapon. And if anybody's been following my single player series, that little mini horde that I triggered in the city, even though I had hordes turned off, that was with a suppressed sidearm. So yeah, it can happen with a suppressed weapon too. Or it does, at least to me. Maybe I'm just horrendously unlucky. Anyway, that was my experience of NPCs. You can turn them down. I just don't enjoy it, honestly. It gives me a bloody heart attack. I really just want to run around. I want to use the game how I enjoy playing it, which is just fighting hordes of puppets. Hey, Twisted. How you doing? How's your back? Twisted got run over accidentally at work, so he's suffering right now. Healing prayers to Twisted, please. And you know what? If I end up playing this game and I'm not enjoying it, you're going to know it, and then I'm not going to want to play it. And I do want to play it. So if this is my one forgiving, then yes, please forgive me. But I'm not big on PvP. I'm really not. I don't enjoy it in the slightest, and I'm not very good at it. That's probably why I don't enjoy it. And yes, I suppose practice makes perfect, but yeah, I don't want to. It's my party, and I'll cry if I want to, and all that. So yes, but to make up for that, to make up for my uh, short givings, I am going to have everything else on, including the dropships. Dropships actually kind of don't scare me as much as the mechs do. Mechs terrify me. You didn't get run over? I thought you got run over. That's how you did your back in. Twisted, bless him, at his job, has so far had his foot run over. That was black and blue. That was terrible. Look how many are over there. Um, and now he's done his back in. I thought you got run over, my love. I'm sorry. I got that wrong. Something happened at work and his back's not good. We'll just leave it at that. I have to say, however, at this point, during testing, I have not had any homing pigeon behavior. Hey, Grim. Nice to see you. Thank you for your help yesterday. FYI, after you dropped Z off, we tried to build a flag. Just a flag. Oh, yeah. Everybody needs to know this. If you are attempting to build a base and the NPCs are on, they can visit you whilst you are making noise building your base. Please be aware. That's what happened to me and Z yesterday, and we were only trying to build a flag. And we had 3 NPCs come and visit us, 1 with a crossbow, 2 that were armed with guns, and they promptly killed Z for a second time. I got shot, and yeah, it didn't end well. That's where the session ended. We spent the entire 2 or 3 hours getting to one another, because we spawned quite far away from one another. So getting to one another, then Z got shot. Then he managed to get back to me with the help of Grim, and then he got shot again. So yeah, we actually spent very little time actually playing together. Now, there is an option, isn't there? There's an option of co-op. And believe me, I have tried with the very, very, very patient help of Rob, Mr. Rob, rudimentary Rob. He's very tech-minded, and he helped me. Actually, setting the server up, downloading those bits isn't too bad if you follow the guide, but getting your internet to allow it, that's a whole nother level. Bless him, we must have spent a couple hours trying to get my internet to allow anybody to access the server that I wanted to set up with no joy. Otherwise, we would have played co-op, and we would have had the settings, I guess, as we wanted them. Unlucky for me, Z loves PvP, so the NPCs probably would have been on. Would they have been a level 3 at max? I'm not entirely sure. But Grim, who admins on JP server, will testify as to how tough they can be. So Jemmy, if you're still working, play on JP server, because yeah, in 3 hours I got shot twice and Z died twice. And he loves a bow and arrow. So yeah. Me, I'm more of a melee person. Anyway, that's the co-op sorted. My experience of NPC sorted. We haven't been visited by a dropship yet. So my first question, we're going to actually try a poll. Right, you're going to see flashing. That's where I'm flicking in between the game and other applications. Engage with your audience. Start a poll. Ask a question. This is the first thing. So I'm going to have dropships on to visit us out in the world. I'm going to have dropships on to visit your base. But do we have dropships on to guard the cargo drops? Okay. So I'm going to put dropships on for cargo drops. Now, what you're doing is you're voting start poll. There you go. Apparently there's going to be a poll any minute now. There you are. Vote away, everybody. The reason I'm asking you this is because cargo drops will typically, in my experience, be guarded by at least one dropship. In my experience, it's been about 3. And therefore, if they're out in the open, it kind of makes them not a chance. So but it basically, if you vote yes, it means probably we won't be doing much in the way of cargo drops, and that's okay. That really, really is okay. This is why I want to put it to you, because I'm not fussed either way. There's plenty for us to do to get our equipment up together in order to build ourselves a world, and we don't necessarily need the dropship. So this is what I'm going to leave up to you. So everybody who's watching, I don't believe you need to be a subscriber to vote. But everybody who's watching right now, pop a vote in there, and whatever the result is, that's what we'll go with. Okay? Right, let's catch up on chat. John, I agree. Last person off type thing. Yeah, that's just me. I love a zombie survival game, and that's how I kind of want to keep it. And I know actually, if you look at like The Walking Dead and other Z Nation and all other zombie-related films and TV series, there are always other humans who are out to get everybody else. Absolutely, I know that. But in this instance, I get to create this world, and therefore, I'm not going to have any other humans in it. We want it to be just the dead. Twisted. I broke my back at work 4 weeks ago. Yes, that's it. Yes. Didn't you get... I thought you got run over by, or did something drop on you or something? Something happened to Twisted. So please, everybody, in the back of your mind, send some further healing prayers towards Twisted. He needs it. He's got a very poorly back right now, and I believe possibly quite a lot of meds that's helping him. And yeah. So Twisted, honestly, I hope you get better soon, but obviously with your injuries, it's gonna take some time. And I bet you are getting major cabin fever right now. I probably would. Oh, so Grim says that the dropships visiting the cargo drops depends on the loot in the cargo drop. Oh, okay. That's interesting. All right. I'm gonna leave this poll up here until um I think of a new poll, basically. Oh, look, there you go, Twisted. Everybody's sending healing thoughts your way. You were a lifting car. Well, I hope not with your bare hands, because that would make you Superman. Is Twisted secretly Superman? The world wants to know. Alright, let's get to the settings, because that's why we're here. Enough yabbing. Alright, so options. Now, game. Here. Excuse me. So this is what I meant when I was talking about Dina. There's two places you can turn her off. So as you can see, she is off here, and this is just in the options. They're here. In the server settings, I want to think she's in the features. Turrets. MISC. Here. Enable Dina. No. And yet she still persists. So whether that's broken, I don't know. But that's the two places that you can turn her off. Okay, Twisted. So Twisted was trying to lift a car up by hand, and surprisingly, not being Superman, he did his back in, broke it, fractured it by all accounts. So naughty Twisted, but still sending healing thoughts. Now, like I said, actually, we'll just go back into the game a second. Maybe we'll hide in a bush in case the dropship does go along. So if a dropship comes along, hide in a bush. Alright, we're just going to hide here for a second. So if you are new to the game, like I said, I think Dina's actually a very, while slightly annoying tool, she is a useful tool to have. Dina is broken. Well, there we go. So it's been confirmed. So as she says there, open the codex in the manual tab. Here. There she is.
You are unable to find a piece of information in the codex. It doesn't exist. When you are ready, proceed to the Tasks tab.
The Tasks tab. So she's talking about this up here. So the codex is all the information. Here you go. Very much, but slightly prettier, I suppose, than what you get on 7 Days to Die. Everything you could possibly really need to know about the game is here, with some useful pictures to help you. She wants us to go to the Tasks tab, so therefore we'll go there.
Data suggests that regularly completing tasks enables prisoners to overcome many of the island's challenges. I take 99.7% credit for each prisoner that survives the first 3 days, but success is not guaranteed due to the limited neural capabilities of each prisoner.
That's
When
a
you
very
are
nice
ready,
way of saying
either
the stupid
accept the
ones
first
die,
task
isn't it,
or
really?
leave this interface and forfeit all chances of surviving until tomorrow. Secure channel closed.
Yay. Alright, she's gone. Yeah, so you can come in here and, for example, craft a stone knife, and it will, like a lot of games, do this, and you kind of get then used to it. But you've also got the codex here, which gives you everything you need to know. So, I mean, I should take my own advice sometimes. If you don't know how to do something, come in here. Right, chat. Annihilate. I always get 2 on a drop. Yeah, I've seen it with 1, I've seen it with 2, and I've seen it with 3. And the one where I saw it was 3, it was out in a field, so there was no getting to that. It wasn't like parked near a bush either. Right, so let's go back to here and back to here. So back to settings. So I'll show you what I've got so far, and then what we're going to do is we're going to run around and work on them. I don't plan on doing an abandoned bunker. I'm telling you that now. Just like I don't plan on doing a kill box. It's not a bit like the NPCs. It's not my cup of tea. There are definitely better scummers out there who have YouTube channels who will do abandoned bunkers commonly along with kill boxes. So, you're not missing out if I don't do them, is what I mean. But it saves on my sanity if I don't. Just I crushed the 8th vertebrae. They think I have osteoporosis. I'm going for a check next week. Oh my goodness. So that's not going to help with the healing. Got to take it easy, my love. I know it's probably frustrating right now. And gosh, it's a long process, isn't it, with your back? I'm hoping they've set you up with you're ready to have some physio too. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for a good result. Yes, me and Selfless are very much the same. I just want the puppets. And I don't, like I said, if it was up to me playing on my own, I probably wouldn't even have the sentries or the dropships on. But I figure to offset against, make it better, I would have them all on for you. So the stress of sentries, which honestly wigs me out, it's all for you, my lovelies. It's all for you. Okay, so what I did, because we've got an extra couple here now, is I pitched this at 200 because that's where I had it before, and that seemed to work rather well. I don't know if turning this up is going to create any more puppets, but this is where we're going to test. So max amount of characters. So originally, this used to include everything. This was puppets, sentries, animals, NPC, everything, all NPCs. And I had it at 200, seemed to be the sweet spot, and we had the multiplier at 3. So what I've done is I've got it at 200, and we've still got it at 3. We're going to have a run around, and if necessary, we'll up this. As far as animals are concerned, again, I've stuck it at 200. I've no idea if that's enough, or too many, or not enough. But I want to see all the animals out in the world. Apparently, people are seeing wolves again. I heard a donkey for the first time yesterday, although I didn't see it. And I'm still getting haunted and stalked by a chicken. So you'll be pleased to know that. Everything else, I've pretty much left, the extra character doesn't apply because it's only me playing. This is the one I was talking about in the stream when we finished off Season 4. So the character respawn time multiplier, apparently if you set that at 0, they won't respawn until you leave the area. That'll be tested in my single player series, but for now we're going to keep that at 0. Respawn batch size number, again, everything else I've pretty much left at default. Same with the hordes, except this, aggressive spawn chance override. I don't want them spawning in instantly knowing where I am. So I've set that at 0. All the other horde stuff is default. And I'm telling you now, the horde I triggered here at the quarry was big. So we'll still test it. I've increased the noise check cooldown multiplier, just so it takes longer in between hordes. But everything else, oh, and here the refill time multiplier is maxed out as well. I've also changed this because this is defaulted to off. So encounter horse should play activation sounds. So when they scream, or they make that weird scream, and that's apparently when a horde is triggered, I've turned that on. I have to say yesterday, however, it didn't play. It didn't make that sound. So I think that is still a little bit broken. This is a percentage. So how... Because I watched Feudal Settings video, and he's basically said that if you use a weapon, there's like a 60% chance of triggering a horde, unsuppressed weapon or something like that. So there's already quite a high chance of me triggering a horde just by using a gun. But if you aggroed a puppet and that puppet kept screaming at you and you didn't take care of it, there's now a 25% chance for that puppet yelling at me to activate a horde. Now, this might be another poll actually, mightn't it? So, chance Let's do the second poll. We'll give a little bit longer for the other one. Poll. So we'll just say the scream percentage. We could up that. We could say half the time they're yelling at me, they're going to trigger a horde. We can do that. I don't mind. The horde, like I said, is still pretty broken, as are the puppet spawns, as are them walking through walls. But, you know, this is Scum, so we learn to live. Yeah, Twisted, I'm kind of with you. I do miss the hair growing, and especially on the blokes, and tattoos. You know, ages ago, I tweeted, Thomas Love's always on Twitter. He's a massive troll, by the way. He loves it. And he put he put some questions out there or something. And I actually put a question in saying, are the girls going to get tattoos? So this is when the boys got to have tattoos. And the answer was yes, eventually. Yes, that was a couple of years ago, though. And the girls didn't get tattoos, and apparently the boys don't get them either now. So whether that's something way down the road that they're going to bring back in, hopefully. I bet if they bring in tattoos, it'll be a DLC. But you know what? It's entirely possible. Yeah. You boys had to shave and cut your hair. Yeah, 'cause you could cut it as short as you wanted, couldn't you? Mm. Should we have a quick look at the poll? Oh, no, wait. Well, so far I've got 54% people say no. Is everybody voted? Does it not tell me how many people have voted? Oh, it does. 13 votes. Look, there's 20 of you watching. There's another 7 people who can vote on that. Come on. And hit the like button and the subscribe while you're at it. I don't normally, blow my own trumpet, but, I'm going to do that right now, since we've got polls. Devs have no plan for the game. Well, they did release that, quarter, is it like 3, 4, 5, and 6? So they are planning on doing this in the next batch of things, and this in the next batch of things. How successful or how long that will be is anybody's guess. So we'll just, as we do, because Scum's like Marmite for us, isn't it? It annoys you. You're not necessarily completely taken, but you can't stop loving it. You love to hate it. We're addicted. That's what Scum is. Scum is addictive. We've got 14 votes now. Thank you. Somebody who's watching at home has just voted. Thank you very much. All right. So what else have I done? I've turned this off like I did on my last, which is if you get a puppet that's far away and you don't ever interact with it, the game would naturally despawn it to save on resources. I don't want that to happen. I want puppets to be staying around, even if they're, half a mile down the road. What else have we got? Everything else is default. I've put puppet world encounter spawn weight. I've put that at 3. I don't know if these are working now, so we'll put them at 3 and see what happens. The dropship stuff I have left at default. I haven't changed anything except for keeping them on. Enable dropship base building encounter is on. Spawn encounters in threat zones, ignoring spawn encounter in threat zones, ignoring usual prevention because of presence. Oh, we want that on, actually. We want that to... We'll have to restart for that. We want the dropships to happen anywhere, no matter where I build a base. 15 votes, yes! Come on, people at home. It's just got to push a button. I'm pretty sure you don't even have to be subscribed to do it. I've got the low player count mode back on because it does boost the puppet numbers. It also makes them go on the roofs, so that's why you'll see puppets on the roof. I've left all this at default as well, so we'll see how we get on with the dropships. Okay, so everything is on. Except, and this is the other thing that I will put my foot down about. You didn't have it in the last season, so you're going to have to cope with it being in this season. I'm not having the puppets vaulting through the windows or opening the doors. Again, that's just a personal preference of mine, Because let's get out of the bush. This is my reasoning behind it. If the puppets crawled through the walls, like they do in other games, so they build up enough or they jump on each other enough that they can crawl through or they fall through the window, don't mind. They vault through windows like they're Olympic hurdlists. I think it should be more like I know they're being controlled. I know they're being controlled, but I think it should be more zombified. They're already zombies. They sit there. Look at them two over there having a little chat with one another. Oh, look, they've all kind of paired up. That's quite funny. Um, and again with the doors, if they broke the doors down a little bit like in 7 Days to Die, so they're banging and they're banging, and they damage the door to the point at which it, the door has a health has a HP, and they bashed it down to the point at which they broke it. Yeah, absolutely. Like in 7 Days to Die, you don't have a choice. If a zombie is onto you, they'll break in if they know you're in there. If you aggro them, if it was like that, absolutely, I'd have them on. But they don't. They kind of knock politely, knock, 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 and the door magically opens. That's just my personal preference. All right, that's why I've got them turned off. Everything else is on there. All right. Now, back to server settings. NPCs. So I think that's pretty much it. That's where we are right now. Puppet health multiplier, dropship health multiplier. Everything else is default weather. I've changed it so there's a 2-hour nighttime. So at least we do have nighttime. I've changed it so I can lock garages because, single player, I'm not going to be ruining anything optimization wise. That's also what I've forgotten to tell you. You are currently watching in 1080 because, again, we're streaming Scum and trying to do it in 2K seems to crash the stream. So, here we go. Cargo drop, zombie encounter weight multiplier. I don't think this was there before. Cargo drop, zombie encounter spawn weight multiplier. Chance to spawn. I've left this at default. And what we'll do is we might trigger a drop and see what happens. Cargo drop encounter. So these are both defaulted 1. Now you will know from my last series that I get maybe two dozen. Oh, hey, Cammy. How are you? Long time no speaky. Right, here's a big open field, which I'm pretty sure those trees weren't in before. This was what I mean about the itty little bits that they've done with the game. So this field, we have run across it, driven across it, and ridden across it more times than I can count. And I swear to you, them trees were not there. But you know what? It's a nice addition. And I have noticed that actually the little bit of time that I have spent in the game, it is like a refresh. You've now got this game that was maybe getting a little bit tired and a little bit old and a little bit, I've literally done everything there is to do, is now a little bit different. It's like, oh, that wasn't there before. Actually, I've forgotten where I'm going because this bit of the land has now changed. So, come on, we've got 17 votes. I'll tell you what, if we reach the 22 odd people that are watching right now, I'll end the poll and we'll start a new one. Come on. There's 5 of you at home watching. I know you can vote. Right. Yes, thank you, Cammy. Thank you for dropping in. I appreciate it. Hey, Rafal. Rafal? Is that how you pronounce your name, Rafal? I'm going to say Rafal if that's okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Looking forward to your new adventures. Yes, the new series I think is going to be good. We're also going to use the traders. I know I swore them off in the last season, so the traders are back in. It has been a while. What's new? Well, we're still trying to sell a house. My real life is still quite busy, which is why you guys are not getting a lot of content right now. I am squeezing it in as and when I can. I'm chomping at the bit, mind. It's not I don't want to do it, but it's just, and we've got to that point, haven't we, with the weather where maintenance can be done, and unfortunately it has to be. The winter was fairly hard on a lot of things, so halfway through fence and wall painting, it's so much fun, honestly. Absolutely wouldn't rather be playing Scum much. Yes, Ronya, thank you. Yes, whilst you're voting, hit the like, hit the subscribe. That would be awesome. Yes, so there are little itty bits. There are itty bits that have been added in. I was running through some fields with Z yesterday. I was like, I swear that rock never used to be there. Or these rock faces. So, yeah, I do like that. I wish, and I'm going to say this only once, I wish they'd filled out the zeros and the Zs with some villages and cabins and things like that, like what you've got in the original map. But what they have done is very, very beautiful. Just the same. Okay, good. Right, everybody is chatting to one another. Like it. So what we're going to do, first of all, make sure I've got a bush to hide in. There's a perfectly good one right there. Is I'm going to see, I can't remember what it is now. Schedule. I think it's schedule. If I could spell schedule. Schedule cargo drop. Can I just do it? Can find a soup. Really? There's a bloody great big open field. We had this in the last stream, didn't we? Couldn't find any suitable nearby location. Maybe it's too close to the quarry. You know what? We really ought to have a bike. No, I want a vehicle. Spawn. Vehicle. We'll do the dirt bike. Any minute now. Right. Let's get on the bike. Alright. Ah. Oh no, it is! Right, we need one more person to vote. Come on. Right. We are in the middle of a field right now. This has got to be alright for dropping a cargo drop. Look, it's a bloody massive field. Come on, one more person watching at home. Wait. Huh. Well, the road never used to do that before. Didn't it? Did it? I don't remember. Either that or I'm completely in the wrong place. Right, let's try and do it now. Schedule. Cargo drop. Oh, maybe I'm not doing it right. Dang. Oh, we got 20 votes. Oh. Oh, we got 20 votes. I did say, didn't I? When we get to 20 votes. So what's one? No. Alright. So dropships at cargo drops is a no. You voted for it. Okay, I'm going to write it down. Dropships. Cargo is a no. Alright. You voted for it. So I'm going to end that poll quickly in the middle of doing other things. End. Alright, beautiful. 20 votes. Thank you everybody who voted. I appreciate that. So we're now going to do a new poll. Create poll. Ask a question. So, let's say percentage, how are we going to do this? Can we put in more? Oh, wait. Ask a question. Wait, can we? Oh, here we go. Add an option. Ah, here we go. So, okay, percentage of horde by scream. Now, you all know what that means, okay? That means what's the percentage of a horde being triggered by a puppet simply being aggroed and screaming its lungs at me, alright? So, currently it's 25%. So, we're going to say, what we're going to give you an option of 50% and 75%. And that's all it gives me. It's just 2. I think 100% might be a bit tiresome. So let's go with that. Alright, so there's a new poll. You guys click away. Oh, wait, there's a yes and no in there too. I didn't know about that. Well, you tell you what, you could vote on that too. Alright? So if you don't want a horde to be triggered by them screaming at all, just vote no. Yeah? We'll leave it at like, hey, Flaley. Howdily doodly. You know what? I've not been in it very long. Flaley, whilst I've got you, how the bloody hell do you schedule a cargo drop? This is what I'm doing. Do I need to put something else after it? Like now? I'm going to let you respond. I'm doing well, my lovely. How are you doing? As I know life's been a wee bit tough for you of late. So you let me know how you're getting on. You know what? It's beautiful. I said that at the beginning. Visually, they've done a grand job. Absolutely grand. Right, let's get off the bike because it's bloody noisy. We just got polls at the minute. We've got polls going to decide on a few little bits to do with the new series. Some things I've already decided, and other things I'm happy for you guys at home to vote on. So at the minute, the poll is, do you want, I suppose, yes or no, would you like the horde to be called because of a zombie puppet just screaming at me? So I've aggroed them, they're yelling at me, I haven't shut them up, and they call a horde. If you are, what percentage? It's currently at 25%. Would you like it at 50%? Would you like it at 75%? I don't know, I should have given you an option to stay with 25, shouldn't I? Well, yes, I suppose, Rafael, we could do that. Right, new rules. Okay, I know I can't take you. I think you can take your vote back. No is 0%. I didn't think this through, did I? I'm very new to polls, people. Just forgive me, okay? No is 0%. Yes is 25%, so that's what I've got it on right now. Obviously, you've got the option to have it 50% and you've got the option to have it at 75%. Yes, Rafael, thank you for clearing that up. Honestly, if it wasn't for you, it would be even more chaotic. Uh, right. Yeah, Flavey, how do you schedule a cargo drop? I can't seem to get it to do it. I'll show you. Look, if I do that, it says couldn't find any suitable nearby locations to schedule a cargo drop. Honestly, we're in the middle of a field. So, how are you finding 1.0? I've noticed that you've been putting some Flaley, by the way, everybody. If you don't know him, also has his own channel and is active on a multiplayer server, which I believe is it's the Wolfpack, isn't it, Flaley? Is it Wolfpack server that you play on? So yes, you can go and check him out too. Oh, maybe. You're one of my favorite Scum players to watch. Oh, bless you, Carl. Do you mean me or Flaley? I guess it's possible it could be somebody else. If it's me, Carl, then I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Well, I don't know, Flaley. I'll check. Sorry, Carl. Carl is, since The Walking Dead, Carl is now one of those names that you have to, shout like Andrew Lincoln's character, like the sheriff. Carl. Anybody who's watched The Walking Dead, you'll know what I mean. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I can call you Wilson if that's better. But thank you. Thank you for popping in and commenting. I appreciate it. Right. Is there an option for just... you know what? I don't know. Spawn. What, like an item, do you think? Oh, look. Armed NPC. Random animal. Random zombie. Oh, God. You could get a beeper, couldn't you? Inventory full of God knows what. List. Export. Reload. Interesting. Silence. Hashtag silence? Well, I'll tell you what. Let's have a look. Cargo. If I could spell. No, I don't think I don't think you can. Does anybody know? Anybody who's watching, do you know how to schedule a cargo drop? Let's try. Maybe it's numbers, letters. No. I don't know. Someone let me know. We'll get it eventually. If not, to be fair, we're probably going to end up having one. I think I've got them set to every about 40 minutes. So if we can't schedule one, one will turn up. It is the Wolfpack. The Wolfpack, everybody, I've played on it. It is a lovely server to play on. PvE server, no mechs. It's a fun, laid-back server. Now, this is the question, Flaley. It's PvE, but have you got NPCs turned on? Like Coral. Yes, very much so, Selfless. Yes, it's not akin to how the name should be said whatsoever, but, you know. Jesus, what was Andrew Lincoln's character's even name? He's like the main character. I haven't seen The Walking Dead in so long. Carl's father. I know you, Mandan, but there's certain things that I sit there going, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, no, yes, no. Well, maybe. Well, just honestly, that's how my brain works sometimes, and sometimes I just need a good shove. I need someone to tell me. All right, hello everybody. We now have a wolf. And possibly a chicken. I think there might be. I think there might be a chicken walking around over there, and I've just heard a wolf howl. Should we get on the old bike and check? Oh, there's the chicken. You see him? Just top of my screen. I can't zoom in now. I heard him walking around in the bush. Yeah, what? That's it, Rick. Oh my god, yes. How did I forget that, honestly? That wolf is calling. Hashtag vote. Oh yeah, I could just make a vote, couldn't I? And I'll just vote for it and it'll happen. Yeah, that's the other thing, is making the NPCs dressed like... Right. So there's a chicken right there, and I swear to God I just heard one in my left ear. Anyway. Making the NPCs dressed in the same clothes that we could pick up, I can absolutely see how other players are maybe getting shot. Right, let's go see if we can find this wolf. Oh, there he is. He's growling at me. Let's see what he does. See if he runs away. Oh, now he's gonna have a go. Ah ha ha! Let's see how long he follows us for. Nah, you can't catch me on my bike. Has he got his tongue hanging out? Yep, he definitely wants a piece. Ah ha ha ha! Well, it's only one. Still determined. I love this. This is the first wolf I've actually seen. Is he still coming? I think if you were running for a wolf, unlike the bear... Ah! Unlike the bear that kind of gave up, mauling Z to death, the wolf is pretty determined. See? He's not going to go away unless I shoot him. Alright, let's get into a spot. We'll get off the bike if we can quick enough, and then we might have to shoot him. Get off the bike. Get off the bike. Get off the bike. Get off the bike. Draw your weapon. I've lost sight of him now. Oh, there he is. Oh, I'm so sorry, Wolf. But, you know, you could have given up. You could have... You could have done. Eh? Honestly. Hashtag vote. We could try, couldn't we? Should we try? There's only me. Vote. Initiate cargo drop. Oh, there we go. We're going to press F2. It's only me. Me. Looks like you need to input your location coordinates. Oh, okay, fair enough. In that case, then, we'll just do this. We've initiated a cargo drop. I don't know where it's going to turn up. It could be anywhere on the bloody map, couldn't it, really? But like I said, there will be one anyway within a sort of 40 minutes. So, right, how are we doing on this vote? Let me have a look. 16 votes. All right, so yes is 25%, right? That's what we said. No says 6%. We have an overwhelming majority for 50% chance of triggering a horde, and then 6%, 75. So what we'll do is like we did last time, 20 votes, that'll end it. There's 23 of you watching right now. So we need 4 of you. Come on. All right. What are you Get off the bike for a minute. You're being weird. All right. Let's see where they start. I bet it initiates it at the other end of the map. Watch. You wait. Wait. In B3. Oh, nice. Just by the quarry. Perfect. All right. Let's go have a look, everybody. So if, because I've initiated it, I'm the only one here, maybe? Perhaps? So I've got the cargo drops on because I thought if it takes me... Say I'm on foot and it's going to take me a while to... Yeah, this road used to go straight down there, and now it kind of... Yeah, I swear it did, didn't it? Or am I just thinking about it differently? Have they moved that junction? Yes, please leave a like. That would be awesome too. No, maybe not. God, this is what I mean about moving the trees and the bushes about. I lose all my bearings. I love the fact we've just had a wolf randomly spawn in a field though. That's great. Right, so I believe the drop is going to drop somewhere around these parts. Right by the road, right in front of... So what we're going to do is we're gonna hop just here. Although you said, did you say cargo drops off? I haven't turned them off yet. But we can still have a look and see how many puppets there are. It's supposed to drop around here somewhere. Come on, 4 more votes. I know you can do it. I know you can do it at home, everybody. Whoa. Alright. That's where it's going to drop then. No dropships yet, though. Oh, we could do with getting a better view of this. Because I want to see how many puppets are there, because we are used to quite a lot. They'll disappear, but that's right, we'll get them back. Right. Thank you, Twisted, by the way. I've noticed at 1.0 it seems like they may have reduced the puppet numbers a bit, maybe to account for the NPCs. Sorry. I don't know if it's outside or on the game, but there's a weird ringing in my ears, which isn't tinnitus. And increased animal spawns, but I haven't seen a massive horde yet. The one I triggered yesterday was, I'd say, a good 3 dozen. At least 2 dozen. It's hard to tell when you're hiding in a mechanic's garage. Look at that one spawned all the way out there. Can you see that? You probably can't. We'll see what I'm looking at. Hang on a minute. I'll pinpoint him out for you. All the way there. That's a good distance. Look at that. I love that. Brilliant. Alright. Drive. Alright. Oh, 2 more votes. 2 more votes to go. We are still overwhelmingly in the 50% range. Right, there's puppets. We haven't got any drop ships. Whoa. Okay, there's still quite a lot of puppets for a drop. The drop isn't going to come down for probably another minute or so yet. Let's go and have a look. Oh yeah, there's quite a few. I'd say that multiplier number... Oh wait, we might get a horde. Wait, did that one just scream? I would say having that multiplier at 1 with my numbers, this is the number of puppets you're going to get at a drop. I hope you can see this. I don't want to go too far away, otherwise they do spawn. I'd say that's enough, especially if you've only got a bow and arrow. Yeah, I'd say that's quite a few. Right, we're gonna go down here. There's the drop. Right, there they go. They disappear. We're just gonna plonk ourselves over here. There it is. I don't know when the dropships turn up, you know. Like I said, I don't think I've turned them off. Maybe it's not every single time. Maybe. Maybe, baby. One more vote. One more vote. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. So yes is 25%, no is off, 50% and 75%. That's what the poll's like. I promise I will get better at making polls. Thank you for voting though, everybody. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just super, super extra lucky. Now, what happens if I run over there? Let's pretend we're on the bike and we're about to rock up on this drop. Although, the last time I rocked up on a drop, like I said, drop ships were on. There was like 3 camping it. Right, puppets are in. Maybe it's not every time. Maybe like Rock Grim said. Maybe. Don't know. But at least we've done one test, which is... I have to go maybe back, if not, have a good stream. Thank you, Twisted. I appreciate you popping in. I'm probably not going to go much past 3:30. In fact, I'm definitely not going past 3:30. I mustn't run over today. If you're still about, pop back in. If not, thank you so much for popping in. Thank you for contributing. And please, get well soon. Yeah, I'm not seeing any dropships. Let's just check. Server settings. I'm sure I had them on. I mean, we're going to turn them off because that's what you voted for, but... No, it wasn't here. It was here, wasn't it? Oh, whilst I'm in here, I have also made the fuel free again. I think if puppets spawn at the dropship or not, I think it's one or the other. Oh, maybe. Oh, really? So you never know what you will get? So the gasoline is also going to be free. Mostly because you're on a deserted puppet island. Really, you have to pay for fuel? Because realistically, if that's the case, they should have a little NPC behind the counter taking your money. That's what I think. I don't know. Shall I hold a poll on that? I could hold a poll on that too. I could. I mean, you know, what else we got to poll about? Poll. I'll write it down. Fuel. Free. Because that would make the game harder, for sure. I don't mind you voting on that. But at the minute it's off. Items. So spawn-wise, I'll tell you whilst I'm in here. I have got the loot set exactly the same as last season. Oh, is it dropships or puppets? Oh, that's interesting. So if you don't see any puppets, you know there's going to be dropships. Does that change anybody's mind? Are you still happy? But the puppets are a big threat, aren't they? Let's be fair, with that many puppets there. Spawner. Yeah, so I've left the loot at 2. It's enough so it doesn't become too much of a grind and boring for you, because we've only got a short amount of time to make a video. But it's not too high that it's all readily available and we get too far too fast. Or, I tell you what, would you like the loot to be up or down? I don't know. You have 2 times. I've got 3 times, but only 200. Should we do a poll on loot as well? Might as well. Hey, we've reached 20 votes. All right, excellent. Thank you to whoever was the 20th vote. So we have percentage of horde by scream has won by exactly 50%. So Horde Scream is now 50%. We can do that. All right, I'm going to end the poll. Poll. I tell you what, some words, the more you say them, the weirder they sound. And there you are, everybody. So that's the results. Thank you, Selfless. Let's start a new poll. I don't know how to get rid of the yes or the no. Or I can type something in there. Oh, I can. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I'm learning. I'm learning all the time. Right. Okay. Let's do loot level. Okay, so this is the next poll. So we're going to keep it at 2. So this is the multiplier. We're going to put it up to 3. I'm going to give you an additional option of 4 because that'll be generous. And then we're going to be super generous at a level of 5. 10 would be ridiculous. But I won't be complaining, honestly. It does mean the game progresses sooner because I will be picking more stuff up. I will be picking it up quicker and so on and so forth. So I'm going to put a poll out there. There you go. You will get to voting. So we keep it at the same, which is 2. Or do you want me to up it to 3, 4, or 5? I think anything less than 2, and it's going to be a grind enough that you're really not going to see much get done in one episode. That's all. It's not that I don't particularly want it low. It's just it's a slow burner for you guys watching. That's what I mean. Anywho, that's what I've got it so far. So I'm going to rely on you guys actually to what we're going to have that at. But anyway, what was I actually looking for? The cargo drop, wasn't it? No, not in there. Maybe it's... No. In the world? Feature. No, that's where I just was. There's honestly, so... Oh, here we go. No. Nope. Ignore me. Cargo drop. Yay. It's got its own tab. If you're wondering, it's Underworld. So, basically, it's the standard amount of time to lockpick it. It's going to take 4 minutes to drop. Cargo dropship encounter weight multiplier. I assume if I turn this to 0, that will make it a 0% chance. Zombie encounter weight multiplier. I'm going to leave it at 1. If we feel like we can increase it, we'll do that, okay? Is that alright with everybody at home? Alright, cargo drop. Check. Horde Scream. I suppose whilst we're here we could go back to that, couldn't we? We need to test it. There's so many settings now, honestly. Group, player, chats. Here, that's what I'm saying. We're going to put 50 in there. Just the 10 will do. Apply. There we go. So we now got a 50% chance of a Scream inviting Horde. And we're going to drive away. We don't need the drop. We just wanted to see how many puppets were there. So, let's see what else we've got to do. Wonder if he had done anything with the vehicle spawn. John, do you mean... Oh, do you mean how they spawn in? I can go through that if you want. Is that what you meant? Because I can show you how to spawn your vehicles in so you don't get any ones with no engines. If you want me to. Pop it in the chat. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. And I'll show you what I've done with the vehicles, okay? I can do that. That's what we're here for today. Absolutely. Is to just go through all of these settings and then we will test them out. So, fame gain. Should we up this? I'm going to put it to 5. That's the multiplier. So we'll get fame quite quickly. Actually, I'll tell you what. I'll put the fame at the same level as the poll, which is currently running at 3, is winning. We need 6 more votes. Come on, people at home. Vote. Yes, please. Yes, please. Okay, cool. Yeah, and how many? Okay, yep, I will go through that. Let me change this to 3. in anticipation of 3 winning. Apply. Okay, vehicles. Vehicles, here we go. So, as far as I will get to the vehicles and how many in a minute, what I've changed, fuel drain from engine multiplier. If you leave this at default, you'll find you'll burn through your fuel quite quickly. I've turned mine down to 6, so nearly a half. That's what I did on the last episode, and you still chew through fuel at a reasonable amount. Battery drain from devices. So again, like if you got batteries in your NVGs. Oh, no, no, no. Modifies how much batteries used from various vehicle parts. Right. Again, sorry, the whole battery thing for other things is somewhere else. This is just vehicles. It drains quite quickly, so I've dropped that down to half. And from inactivity, I've also dropped that down from half. So if I happen to go and show you an episode and my vehicle is left somewhere, I don't want to come back to a flat battery. So that's why we've done that. Hey, Ancient Rocker, how are you? That's alright. I've covered the fact that they are not going to be turned on in my single player, much probably to the disgust of most people. Probably 99% of everybody wants them on, but I don't enjoy them. I will still have to encounter them on multiplayer, so don't think I'm never going to encounter an NPC, but in my single player they're off. And yes, I wholly agree, the NPCs can be very deadly. That's what I've changed. Everything else, to be honest, I've left as is. Yeah, Flaley, a lot of people have said the body armor has as well, so now, spawning. So for everybody who's wondering how to spawn stuff in so it is at least functional. Now, when it says functional, it doesn't mean that you can, like the good old days, you could find a car, get in it, and drive it away. Functional simply means it's got an engine, okay? I don't believe that's changed. So when it says functional amount, it simply means it's got an engine. Now, if you want, I'm going to try and explain this the best I can. If, for example, because your default will be something like, there'll be like 50 and then this will be, say, 30 or something like that. I can't remember because I've already changed it. What this means is out of the 50 vehicles that spawn on the island, 30 of them, well, I say that, 25 of them will be functional because I've opted down here that 5 can be purchased. That does mean that 20 of them will not have engines. So the best way to ensure that you have vehicles with engines in them is to have this at 0. I know it sounds really weird, but here, dirt bike max functional amount, maximum amount of functional dirt bike spawning. So ignore the fact that this says this is the max amount of dirt bikes on the server. Okay? Yeah, that would be nice, Flaley. Absolutely. Um, just to tweak them a little bit, I think. As much as you can tweak the puppets, I think would be nice. A little bit more control would be good when it comes to the NPCs. And like I said, when we're talking about NPCs, we're talking about the roaming humans rather than everything else that's on the map. So this is what I do with my settings. I will have the max amount at 0 every single time. So I'll scroll down here and you'll see that every single max amount is at 0. Every single one. It depends what you want if you're running a server mind. If you want vehicles that can't be driven, so they don't have a engine, but they could be, say, for example, stripped for scrap, if that's a thing that you do on your server, you could obviously add this in. But if you're playing single player or you definitely don't want any vehicles that don't have an engine, do this. And then you're going to put in how many you want. So the planes, because I'm going to have the sentries on, it's going to be extremely unlikely I'm going to get my hands on one. But I thought it might be good to look at. So I've got 5. You obviously can't buy a plane at the traders, so I don't need to worry about that. Everything else I've set at 50. Apart from, yeah, I've set it 50. So all the way down, it's all 50. Except for the planes. Except for the planes. The planes! Snakes are a plane. Hey, Miller. I've got to go shopping. Oh, on a Sunday as well. Oh no. But hopefully we'll be back before we finish. See you all later. Thank you so much for popping in, Selfless. I appreciate it. Hopefully your shop is a pleasant one, as pleasant as shopping can get on a Sunday with the masses. Take care of yourself, my lovely. Just start calling the armed NPCs bandits. Ooh, we could do. We could do. Okay. Yes, we could. Okay, should we do that? I'll probably forget, to be absolutely fair. Alright, we'll call them bandits. We'll do that. So this is all you do, and then if you want to be, if you don't want a vehicle to be purchased, be able to be purchasable at the traders, you would change that to 0. I don't mind. It's my single player. I can't see myself purchasing anything, but you never know. It depends how much money we make. We might be rich beyond all belief. So, but remember, whatever you put here takes it away from here. That's how I understand it, and so far it seems to have worked. So that's what you do. So you put however many vehicles you want. Now, on a multiplayer, having this many vehicles on your map may cause issues. Hey, Shaymaya, you beautiful person, you. How are you doing? Thank you for popping in. You may find performance issues having this many vehicles on the map. But if you're in single player, no. I've done this nearly every single series, and I haven't found an issue with it. Thank you for the info on the vehicles. We have been having issues with them spawning without engines, even though we have set the same way we did before when they spawn with engines. Yeah, this is it. So it freaks people out when it says dirt bike max amount. So maximum amount of dirt bikes on the server. And then you've got this one. If you set these both at 50, for some reason, it still doesn't work. Set this to 0. We're going to fly around in a drone in a minute, because I did say I was going to do that. And you'll see there's plenty of vehicles on the map. Unless they somehow changed it for 1.0, I wasn't aware they have. This is how I do it. Okay? I am happy to be corrected though. So we'll fly around as a drone. If we see plenty of vehicles, happy days. I've done this for everything. Motorboats, wheelbarrows, the Volkswagens, the Ragers, the Cruisers, the little ATVs, the stand-up paddleboard, and the tractors. The tractor is back. I miss the police car. I do. I'm going to say it. I'm going to put it out there. We'll just say it the once though. That's the vehicles, okay? So I hope that made sense. This kind of doesn't really apply too much in single player because when you log out, time stops. But if you find yourself going and exploring the map for, I don't know, several game days, make sure that you have this up quite high. I think 200 and it's like in hours. So 240 hours is something like, it's like 20, is it? Oh my god, maths. Is it like 2 weeks? I'm going to Google it. No, I don't need to Google it. I need a calculator. There are people out here who can do this sort of math in their head, and I'm jealous. I'm serious, honestly. Math was not my strong suit. I was lucky. 10 days. 10 days is the standard. Increase it if you want to, okay? I got a C in math when I was in school, and I was actually quite surprised. I'm surprised it wasn't lower. I don't know what it is. I'm more an artsy-fartsy person. I'm better with my hands than I am with my brain. Anyway. That's it. Let's leave that. The poll. We need 2 more votes. Come on. We've got to get to 20 because them is the rules. Right. So if you want to go into drone mode, this is how you do it. If you've missed my previous video where I did this, what you want to do is you want to go back to the main menu. Press Control D and you get your little drone icon, and then hit continue, and we will hop back in the game as a drone. If you don't want this interface or overlay on, just press H and it will magically disappear. Now sometimes if you hop back in fast enough, the puppets will still be there. But for the most part, the puppets will not spawn in. Look, see? Still there. But for the most part, the puppets won't spawn in for you when you're in a drone. The game doesn't know any better. You might as well be, you know, well, you are invisible, really. Look at the ugly mug. Wait. We're gonna, look, she's gonna walk straight through us now. Ah! Ew. Anyway. So yeah, if you can, if you come back in fast enough as a drone, you will, you'll still be able to see the puppets. And here they are. Spawning bloody miles away from where we were, which I absolutely love. They're still here. So this is the settings that I've got that says don't remove characters that I haven't interacted with, that are so far away that, you know, you're not going to interact with them. Alright? You can, even as a drone, open the doors. It's very exciting. I also went into drone mode when I built my base, didn't I? It's WASD basically for the most part, and the scroll wheel will make you go faster. So what we want to do, I'm not going to go to too many places because I don't want to spoil anything. But I do want to go to some typical vehicle spawn locations easy tiger. Oh, game doesn't like that. I do want to go to some spawn locations just to see if the vehicles have actually indeed spawned in. Oh my god, what's it doing? This might be because I'm streaming as well. It's usually not. Yeah, this. So you look at this. This used to have a massive wall all the way around it. Hey, there we go. Laker. So, what we're going to do very, very slowly, and we're going to peek through the hood, and you'll see an engine. Because you can't open a bonnet. That is one thing you can't do as a drone, is open a bonnet. So, there's a Laker. So they haven't changed the rules, thank God. That, in actual fact, they have put things on roofs though, which is kind of cool. We do have vehicles spawning in. Same with the push bikes. Let me see. Let's go faster. Hopefully the game doesn't pitch a fish. Right, there's the factory, which means up here is B2 Town. I have already seen B2 Town. Oh wait, chat. So if it's 10 days, do we then have 24 hours in a day? Oh my god, I never knew that. Honestly, cheek of it. You can there we go. We got a little, with one. Whoa. Whatever we discover is not going to be here when I do my single player. The single player will be a brand new map, if you like. Well, it's the same map, but you know what I mean. A brand new generation. Apparently, the word on the street is that by this lake, wolves now do spawn. Be aware. Anyway, B2 Town, if you haven't seen it yet, has has very drastically changed. So you now have cornfields just on the outside here. You have a few more well placed, but where you drove in before, this is no longer a big straight road. Look, I'll go up higher so you can see. I suppose it's a little bit more, well, how you'd expect a town to be, really. Before, it's kind of one road in, and you had one road over here that went straight up to that road off to the petrol station, and you had one road which went straight down to here. And we used to race through it, didn't we? Race like there was, you know, race it like you stole it. Now, not so much. And it was over here, I was jogging. I was looking for NPCs, to be honest. I jogged along here. I didn't see anything. I was looking. I was jogging. I was looking. I was jogging. Got to about here and got a bullet whizzed past my ear. So I just started running. I was like, run. So I ran. Oh, easy. A bit faster. Came round here. Came up here. Peeked around here. And there was a dude right in the road there with a gun. Organic, that's the word. Oh, hey, psychedelic. Holy moly. How are you? Long time no speaky. Actually, very long time no speaky. How are you doing? Enjoying your last Shema, enjoying your last day off, and it's such a beautiful day outside. So lovely that I can't wait to enjoy it from inside. I love the way you write, Shema. Organic is the word, John. Absolutely, that is the word I was aiming for. There's now an island in the middle of C3 Lake. Is there? I'm gonna do a single player based on it. No. Oh, okay. Might have to go and have a look at that. So yeah, this is B2 Town now. Right, vehicle spawns. So there used to be. I'm hoping they haven't changed them too much. There used to be a spawn point right about around this part. Negative. Wait. Hey, we got a bus stop now. Look at that. Ah, we're easy. I'll tell you what, controlling the drone is not my strong suit, I'm telling you. Nope. I love you got these massive trucks. You know, I went around the city and I was like, oh, wouldn't it be cool to see this, that, and the other? Wouldn't it be cool if you could get one of these up and running? Oh my god. Oh my god. Wouldn't that make... Oh, sexy is what it would be. What's that? Oh, it's a sporran. Right. I will try not to be too fast. You know, the spawn points might have changed now. Now that the village, the town. Oh yeah, here, opposite the police station, you now have a shop. Very much like reminds me of this town down here, A3 town. Oh come on, we got one more vote. Come on, and then we can start the next poll. Come on, peeps, one more vote. Hey, we did it. You said and you did. Right, so on the latest poll, the loot level is going to be upped to 3. So loot to 3 times. Check. Right, we've done that one. We've done that one. Thank you very much. Oh, who took their vote away? Well, I'm reading it as it was. It definitely said 20 votes. It definitely did. I'm taking it. I'm ending the poll. I'm taking it. You said 3. To be honest, it was mostly 3 anyway. All right, new poll, everybody. You're gonna get sick and tired of these polls, aren't you? All right, free fuel. And again, I don't mind what you do on this one, okay? This is what you want to see in the upcoming series. Start poll. This is a yes or no. Nice and straightforward. 20 votes, please, on whether fuel should be free or not. That's what we had in the last series. Anyway, yeah, this town. It reminds me of that town. Yeah, we got a wee little shop, and there's the police. Polizia. So some things, I'd say some things have changed the same. There used to be a row, this row used to be over here, didn't it? But you know what this means is that instead of, excuse me, I need a drink. Instead of me rolling around every single town knowing exactly where everything is, I now, for the most part, won't have a bloody clue. Which, it freshens freshens the game up. And there you are. A Volkswagen with an engine. Not a lot else. We got a wheel. We got a wheel. And a tractor door. Not a lot else, but we got a Volkswagen. So that, just to show you that that way of spawning your vehicles in does work still. Huzzah. Right, chat. Let's get back to chat. Yeah, it's, like I said, it freshens it up. So it's like, oh, I know this is familiar, but ooh, this is new. I love that. I think it's really good. No, thank you. I have a deep hair trucks. Well, that's understandable, and I let you fix them. Not for much longer, hopefully. Not for much longer. But yeah, so this is B2 Town now. It's, well, really fresh again, actually. With a huge, massive, huge bloody rock in the middle of it. You could build your house on that. That'd be kind of cool. Constantly set upon by puppets, but, you know. I like the new stores in the towns. Shoe shop, gun store, etc. Wait, you get gun shops in these towns now? Might just be me, but I have more luck getting an oil filter. Oh, really? Oh, it'd be so cool, Miller. Honestly. Anyone else having issues with drinking water from streams or ponds? Good question, everybody. So Miller's asked, anyone else having issues drinking water from streams or ponds? Do you mean as in it's making you sick, or as in it's not letting you do it? Right. Now, one place I have looked at is this. There be a horse over here somewhere. I haven't. I've heard a horse, but I have not seen a horse in some time. I'm surprised I triggered it with the drone, if I'm honest. Anyway, distracted. I'm not going to look at the new castle. I know the castle's been reworked. I do want that to be a surprise. The castle's just up there. Here, look. There's always a bloody chicken here, I'm telling you. So yeah, this is the B2 farm. Oh, I call it the B2 farm anyway. I gotta go. Left the last vote. Thank you so much. Have fun. See you next time. Don't forget to leave a like. Bless you, Ronya. You're a gorgeous human being. Have a lovely day. And thank you so much for popping in. Well, if you think about post-apocalyptic feeling to the game, then I'm sure there would be no petrol jockeys to take your money for fuel. Well, there is that, of course. Water is the same for the server I'm on. Oh, okay. Right. So that's server-wise. What about single player? I don't know actually. I haven't played enough actually. So yeah, B2 Farm, the um the orchard's kind of gone. It's still there sort of. But it's a bit more open now, and now you've got these an incessant chicken somewhere. But you've got these two little barns. They're not new. You see these all over the map. Same with this is new though, because you can't actually climb up on this one. It's completely devoid. And then, like inside some of the buildings, way easy. Inside some of the buildings now. Look, I'm in the roof space. It's all different. They've done a really good job at just completely refreshing the entire thing. Well, there is that, of course. Thank you, Flaley. But you know what? I thought I would ask. I thought I would ask. Right. Last thing in drone mode. So, one, C3 Town Lake now has an island. I'm not going to look at C3 Town. I'm going to try not to look at anything else, actually. I do want names. There's too many chickens, Annihilate. I don't know. Anything that's really, really annoying, I might call Gary H. Gary, if you're watching this on the replay, you'll know exactly why that is. Gary is a very naughty boy. He's a very naughty boy. He's not the Messiah. Apart from there being a bloody great big tree in the middle of it, this is looks exactly the same. But there's now a huge tree. So, good to know. Here we go! Oh, Flaney's going to build a house on this. That's kind of cool. And look, you've kind of... Oh, the frogs are still there. You kind of got a walkway across, so you could build a thing. And then, you know what they could do with? A trailer. That's what we could do within this game. So you could transport a boat to a lake. So you could row around it. I mean, you know. Right. Oh, this has changed. Well, not that barn, but this is now a wood cabin. Hey! I like this much better. Whoa, easy. Oh, this would make a great home. Oh, look! The fireplace is bigger. Alright, that's enough surprises. The last thing I want to look at, as far as drones is concerned, is one very important thing. We'll try and find the closest one, okay? Should we check the vote? I don't think I have another poll to run. 14 votes. We've still got 6 to go. We've still got 6 to go. Um, right, chat. Let me just check on chat for a second. Free fuel, it's a nightmare in real life, so prefer some peace in this horrifying fantasy land. Well, indeed, Shimar, thank you. Names for chickens: Sanders, Popeye, Chester, Jenny. Place that sell fried chicken. Yeah, well, there is that. Cal actually built a little black market shop on the island on JP server. Oh, okay, cool. Right, back to the game. So, in the game, what we had originally, there's my wee little drone. I could do with bringing up Scum map, actually. So, in the game, you had a bunker. All you veterans will know this. You had a bunker in every single sector. And they were all like, I will show you. I hope. Let's see if B4 bunker. We're not very far away. If I can remember where I'm going. This way, I think. Towards the ocean, anyway. So you had a bunker in every single sector, and um, that bunker. Oh, I need to go a bit more for south. Was, I would say, normal. Let's use the word normal. Okay. Then, in which update? Was it 9 or 9.5? Chaser joggers what went by. That's hilarious. Right, the sentries should hop in. There they are. The sentries will still spawn in drone mode, but it's just the puppets won't. So then when it was, they did the big update and they made the abandoned bunkers, you had basically a split. I don't have the piece of paper on me right now. I may be able to find it though. We'll have a look. If you hear rustling, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a bit of paper. And then about 75% of the bunkers were turned to abandoned bunkers. Here we are. I found it. I'm glad I kept it. So, A0, B4, C2. I should get the map out, shouldn't I, really? I'll go through them. Okay. If I could... Here. A0. Here. B4, which is exactly where we are right now. C2. Here, I believe. D0 and D3, so this one, and like Yamandan said, D3, Z0, and, wait for it, Z4, they remained, so Z0, Z4, they remain normal bunkers. Every other bunker on the map turned to an abandoned bunker. Now, apparently, Z4, and it looks like it, Z4 bunker is no longer there. Oh, I heard a thumping and I was thinking it's the sentry. It's just wigging me out. We only have 4 normal ones left. Oh, really? Now, post 1.0, what has happened, and I haven't counted this up yet, so I'm going to load up scummap.com. If you see flickering, it's just like I said, it's just me moving. There we go. I want that, please. I thought then a good chunk of abandoned bunkers were then turned into these new bunkers, and these new bunkers are basically, from what I understand, is a room. I hadn't realized at this point, Yamandan, that they had also removed normal ones as well. Z4's gone. So originally normal ones we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We know Z4's gone. A0 bunker is gone. Oh really? What happened to B0 bunker then? I don't know. Let's have a look. Right, Scum map is having a think, so I can't get on there right now. So what I wanted to do is just go and have a quick look. Let's get back to the map. was to go and have a quick look at the map and just go and see one of these new bunkers and what happened to Z4. So Z4 Island is all the way down here. It might take us a while, but then I get to chat to you. We got five more votes on the fuel, everybody. There's 20 of you in there. I want 20 votes, please, and then we'll end it. And then actually, I don't have any other. And then we'll get into it and start testing these settings, triggering hordes and whatnot. This is as fast as I can go for anybody who's wondering. C2's gone. Yeah, because C2 is the huge one, isn't it? That's what I heard, that the C2 one had gone. And it's a shame because that was a mammoth. Scum map is not loading up for me right now, so I'm just we'll do this in the meantime. Now, Z, when he got killed, when we were playing yesterday, he ended up being spawned on this island. He was like, the town has changed a lot. I like this little Z4 island. If you really wanted to just live as a hermit, you've kind of got everything you need on this little island down here. I say that until the bunker was completely removed. But now... So the bunker was basically on the top of this hill over here. So this is where Z4 bunker was. And yeah. Now there is no more. Nothing. I don't know whether there's a secret one. Does anybody know? Is there a secret? You need... Yeah. So I'll read out what Flaley's putting in the chat in case you've not got the chat replay on. So Amanda said A0 bunker is gone. It's moved to B0. Flaley says some of the bunkers have been replaced with the secret bunkers. Now, if you've seen anybody else's videos, they are just a room. We're going to go and try and find one. So here's the town now. Does it look like it's changed? I haven't been here for so long. It was already quite chunky. So I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you. Should we see if any boats are spawned in? Negative, Captain. What about over here? So yeah, it's just a single room. You still need a key card to get in. And using God mode to get in means they don't activate like the abandoned bunkers, so there's no so there's no loot in them. Oh really? That's interesting to know. So don't go God moding them either. The answer to the boat question is no. So I want to quickly show you then which ones have changed. Hi Ollie. The active bunkers are Z0. Oh, hi Gary. Gary with 2 R's. Gary's the nice Gary. Gary H is the naughty Gary. Z0. So Z0 is still the same. Z2. Oh, really? So Z2's been added. So Z2 went to abandoned and it's no longer abandoned. I don't know, Miller, actually. I don't know whether you can... Where is it? I can't remember if there's fuel down here or not. Like at the airfields. Easy. You know what? I never questioned that before, actually. I don't know. I don't know. Right, so Z2 then looks like, according to Gary, has gone from an abandoned bunker to a normal bunker. Z2. A2. Oh, really? B0. So A2's gone from abandoned to normal. C1. So yeah, you said C2's gone. D0 and D3's okay. So we know Z4's gone. So B4 is still there. We know that because we've just seen it. So you're saying A0 is not there either now? Very interesting. So there you go, everybody. So where is the nearest little one to me now? It's not a very big island though. I suppose it would be useful if you had fuel, if you had a dirt bike. But I reckon you could get around on a push bike. Don't stop it, honestly. So there's a dirt track. Right. I'll tell you what. Because we're taking so long. Let's get to testing, shall we? That's what we need to do, don't we? Triggering hordes and whatnot. There's a bunker right there. Which one's that one? A3. What did you tell me? So let's see what A3 has to offer. So A3 is it abandoned or not? Let's have a look. Or is it now just a room? Sorry for the stuttering. I'm thinking still abandoned. So Mr. Brenner's still going to be in here? Look. Oh. Ah! Oh no. Wait. Oh yeah, here you go. Wait. Wait. Here we go. Yes, it is. Oh, you hear that? Do you want to see Mr. Brenner? There he is. There's his ugly mug. He's very mad. He's very ugly. He's very loud as well. For some reason, the last couple times I parachuted, I landed on Z4, somehow managed to swim it. Will you be quiet? Look at him. He's so gross. You're so gross. Oh, it's his eyeballs! His eyeballs are really weird. Alright, less of that. Back into the old fresh air, please. Oh, God, you just feel better, don't you? Right. I'm going to jot these down then. So, the new OK bunkers are Z0, check. D0, D4, D0, D3, sorry. A2, so not A0 anymore. B0 plus B4. C1. And there we go. Interesting. I did hear the big C2 went. It was a sad day. Alright, let's do some testing. What time is it? Yeah. So, what I don't have to do when you come out of drone mode is go back to where I was. Okay? All you have to do is come back to the menu, do Control D again, hit continue, and you will continue where your body originally was. Right, we now only have 12 people watching. So I don't think I'm going to get to 20 votes. So we will call the end to the poll there. As the puppets walk out the bushes. And we'll say free fuel is a yes. Free fuel is yes. Sweet. All right. Yes. Look at him. I say no homing pigeon, but you know. Mysteriously though. I wonder if we can... Right, let's take the suppressor off and see if we trigger anything. I suppose this is as good a time as any to test this. No. Alright. What we're trying to do now is we'll try and make someone angry as well and see if they scream a horde in. Someone's bound to see us. We'll try and shoot someone first. No. Oh god. Still not triggering anything yet. I don't know what I've got on though. Here we go. Let's try. Let's have a look. That's what we're about. This is what I would be umming and ahhing about at home. Should I turn the puppets up? Max out characters. I don't know why they've separated these. We'll keep the animals the same. We've seen a few, so that's okay. Let's take this to 400, shall we? And see what happens. Don't know. We'll soon find out. Horde-wise. Horde. That's the characters. Activation chat. So, I guess it's 1. Multiply for chance to activate the horde in a horde encounter. Eh? Multiply for the chance to activate a horde in a horde encounter. Honestly, the way they word this. Should we set this to 2? Don't know. Alright. It shouldn't need me to go out and come back, but we will. Continue. Should be enough. It'd be nice for an admin to be able to switch from player to drone and back without logging out and back in. Yeah, it would be. And I haven't found it yet. If there is, I don't know it. I wonder if we can make it onto that roof over there. Well, I don't know. That's a long jump. I don't think so. Alright, let's shoot him. No. Alright. Let's make somebody angry. You idiot. I was supposed to jump that. Now, I'm not very safe up here, but... I think... No. Stop it. There's still one in this box. No. Oh, yes. Oh! She heard that. Close. Right. There you go. There's the scream. Maybe it didn't trigger because I was up on the roof. Wait. What's the chance of me getting on the roof before these two actually batter me? So... Nah, not likely. So he didn't trigger a horde? But he did scream. So we've got a 50% chance of... Oh! Okay, my ears are ringing. I don't think I've actually called anybody else in. I didn't mean to shoot everybody. I really wanted someone to get annoyed and to come over and just scream at me. But it was poorly timed. Anyway, chat. For testing, you can set unlimited ammo now with admin commands in single player, so you don't have to worry about reloading or carrying it. Can't you? Oh, is that the... We saw that, didn't we? Infinite ammo. True. Huh. So we will always have infinite ammo now, thanks to Flaley. Well, there's a few up there. We need to aggravate somebody. We need to get somebody's attention. I swear these boulders have changed slightly. And I reckon it's to allow the puppets to actually jump up and get to you, I think. Oh, I think maybe he's in the toilet block. Oh, I thought it was going to hurt for a minute. We want to try and annoy somebody. Yeah, I know, but I also want to get up on a roof. I don't know if this is a door that opens all the way. No! And it's... Definitely not a... Go! Quick! There we go. Well, I wasn't planning on it, but Annihilate's plan works. Right, so we just need to let him scream at me for a minute and see if he does activate a horde. Because there's plenty of puppets around here. And he can see me, so he's going to scream at me until the cows come home. Yeah, it's weird, like I said, in testing, and this never works. When I put it out on display for you guys, nothing ever works according to plan. But when I did it in testing, I shot one puppet with this gun suppressed, and I triggered a massive horde. I swear there's a whole of the quarry turned up. Right over there. But, you know, sod's law as it is. Will you scream already? Honestly. If not, we'll go to a different town. Where are we? We're not very far from here. From B3 town. Or we could go back up to B2 town. Go up there on the bike. I'm sure there's a roof or two I could get up or two on there. It's just there's always such a mass of puppets here. Don't care much about getting shot, do they? I bet if I throw... Look at it. I bet if I throw a rock, though... I'll tell you what we're going to do. Actually, you know what? I'm going to spawn in a few more. Spawn. Frag. Let's go for 5. Ah, you can't get me. Oh, it's too heavy. Rude. I'm going to knob them off. Get rid. Right, just put that in there. You can see my excellent throwing skills. Look. Look. Honestly. I mean, only throwing a grenade, you know. Where's he going? You wait. See? Some reason when I throw something, they'll run towards that noise and then magically see. We're going to give it a bit longer. Alright, chat. he goes. They do have selective hearing. No way. I don't know, because I triggered one. I have triggered one in this exact spot. Look, and he's de-aggroed over there. This one's... I don't even know where he's gone. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? I don't think he ran off too, did he? Oh! No, he de-aggroed. Alright. We're still unsuppressed. The only one I'm annoying is possibly the one of the ones that's in the toilets down here. Honestly. Let's go somewhere else. Yeah, maybe. Let's put the suppressor back on. Right, let's go somewhere else. Let's go to B2 Town. I've been there before. So, I mean, you know, since 1.0 rather. Let's spawn ourselves up the field a wee little bit. Don't worry about the dirt bike. If we need one, we'll spawn one in. Ideally, I want to get on a roof, see how many... Okay. Not so much out in the field anymore. I don't think there's going to be so many puppets here, though. I could do with maybe getting towards the police station. Let's see. Oh, we got a few wandering around. Oh, I tell you what, it'd be ever so cool to be able to hook up a massive truck. No, you don't see me. Alright. Right. There's a ladder. Let's... Get! Climb. Alright, we've sufficiently annoyed enough people. Let's come up to the front. Let's shoot you once where it won't kill you. Oh! He came running. There's the horde sound. That was a suppressed shot, right? Anybody else coming? It's not very... What do we gain? 2 people? Getting very bouncy. Alright. So maybe I haven't got... I don't know, because like I said yesterday, I triggered a bloody massive one. Ah, missed him. In the leg. In the foot. Oh, no. I'm not trying to kill them, I'm just trying to fire off a shot. Maybe, yeah, maybe it's my settings. What? Easy bouncy. Oh. Alright, there's enough of that noise. Try fireworks or a flare. Flares always used to get me into trouble. We can try one, though. Yeah, I mean, it used to be a lot different. They would be here when you got here, and they would be... You could potentially have them everywhere. You could actually create your own hordes if you wanted to. So this might be where we need to tweak said horde settings, because... He called a horde... well, he made the scream, and 2 others heard it. but we haven't had any horde as such. So, should we double everything? I mean, I don't know. We're leaving that one alone. That's the base character. So it's the horde stuff we're just looking at, which is not here. Horde, here we go. Right, so let's turn this to 2. Per player, we don't need to worry about these. Don't need to worry about those 2. So this is a percentage. So we already had that up to 2 times. Does that... Maybe that's a percentage. Let's put that up at 50. Okay. We'll leave those. Their cooldowns, spawn distance is fine. Refill on. We changed that to 50% already. I think. So I wonder then, let's apply back to the noise. It might be just there's not enough puppets here. We'll have to go to... We'll have to... Oh, it's him inside. Maybe we should go to somewhere that's busy. That doesn't have a mech. That's not the quarry. Although the quarry's always a good shot. Let's have a look. What have we got that doesn't have a mech, but that has a lot of puppets that's not the quarry? Although we could go to the other quarry. I'm just trying to think. The city? The city could be quite dangerous. Should we go to the city? Tempted. Okay. What do you think? Z3 town. Oh, Z3. Oh, here! Yeah, it's fairly dangerous, isn't it? Okay, we can do that. We'll go up the end by the police station. How's that sound? Let's spawn right there. Alright, we're off to Z3 town then. There's usually a lot of puppets there, aren't there? What's the time? Right, got to get some serious testing going on now. Because whatever we leave it now is what the single player is going to be. Now, that's not to say that we can't change it. Because we can. Oh yeah, we're going to be sweating our bananas off down here, aren't we? Alright, let's spawn a backpack in. Doesn't really matter which one. And then what we'll do is take off our jacket and our t-shirt. Alright. I don't see anybody. Wait. She's actually probably hungry and thirsty, isn't she? Yes, very much so. Okay. Okay. We'll have a little bit of a wander around then, and we'll have a look and see if we happen to trigger anything. In fact, we'll have a run around. Look! How far I can throw a grenade and then launch the bottle into space. Right, let's have some sardines, and we'll be on our way. Don't forget to restart server chain. Yes, thank you, the I. The I. We should just say the I. The I. I kind of like that, actually. They shouldn't need to, because it didn't have a star next to them. But, you know what? It doesn't hurt. Never hurts. We only got to go out and come back. Et voila. You wait, they'll all come back now. Should we go for a run? We're going to run full speed. You got to... Right, last night at the crane. The crane's all the way down the other end. Is it this one? It's got a crane? I know the cranes are at this one. Novigrad. I don't think there's any cranes here. Was it this one you were in? Wait. Oh, I wish you could zoom in on the map. Well, you know what? This one's pretty hazardous too. So, I'm pretty quick. Oh. We've got one. See how many we can annoy. Have you noticed as well this sort of random bzzz, like flies? That's new. Some of the sounds. Oh, I tell you where's good. Where the military place is. If I can find it. Oh, there's a puppet in that building. Down there, isn't it? Military compound. I just heard somebody. To be fair, we are not being quiet, but, you know. Nobody's hearing us. Oh. He's bad to see me. Ah! Shop with a ladder. What? Wait! What? There's an invisible barrier! Ah! Is the shop got a ladder? Oh, it hasn't. Has it not? Rude. Wait. Right, we got 2 on my tail now, and one's skinny. Make that 3. We're getting tired. Ah! Skinny's still on our tail. Where's this compound? Oh, there it is. We're going to have beepers here too, aren't we? Alright, in here. Ow! Oh, damn it. I meant to go up the side. Alright, whoa! Why doesn't he see me? My gun just went click. Oh, because I went out and came back in. Oh, oops. Hang on a minute. Un memento, everybody. I currently have no bullets. I didn't even manage to punch him in the face. Oh, dear. 1, 2, 3. Let's just do that. Alright. Let's drop that. Reload. I'm going to jump out the back window and go up the stairs. Ready? Okay. Go. No, I don't need to do that. If I can do this right. You used to be able to get up on here. I wonder if they stopped you doing it now. Ooh. Hello. Alright, sorry, I'm completely ignoring chat for a minute. Hang on. Okay. Up here. There we go. Alright, let's go suppressed. Whoa, easy, tiger. Where is he? Oh, he's up there. Let's see if we can aggro him. Grenade. Seriously? I think just as a dude maybe in that house who heard that. Honestly. Oh, I usually run for the billboard. Yeah, the billboards are good. To be honest, any rooftop. Unless the NPCs are on, and then you might still be a little bit fluffed. Oh, someone's noticed me now. Alright, let's stand here where everybody can see me. See what happens. There's definitely plenty of puppets around, including a beeper. When chase something tells you to restart and restart single player, so restart the game. Ooh. Did they change that, or has it always been the way? I found just going back to the main menu seems to have implicated it. I don't want to stop the game, because then your screens will go black. Yeah, right. This is what I believed. I believe. Star requires server restart for change to be applied. So, some of the settings have stars against them. So, for example, the mechs, I believe, have stars. Oh, the low player count mode has a star. Disable sentries, the doors and the windows. Hey, Dragonfly! Wowza! It's very nice to see you commenting in the stream. How are you doing, my lovely? So up until now, this is what I've been doing and it's worked. So maybe I'm just lucky, as I am also unlucky in single player. So if it's got a star, yes, definitely server requires a restart for the change to be applied. If it doesn't have a star, not so much. But having said that, what I have also found... Oh, why don't you scream already? What I have also found is just going back to the main menu is enough. Especially to turn the mechs on and off. I can't prove that to you right now because we're not anywhere where a mech is. Oh, hey, Selfless. Selfless is back. Yeah, puppets have selective hearing, very much like... Well, a lot of men would say females are like that as well, wouldn't they? Although I could say the same thing about my husband. Probably because I chat too much. It's probably just to save his sanity, to be honest. Right, let's unsuppress this weapon. So that is what I have found for me. I suppose it's entirely possible. Right, single fire. Right, I'm not going to kill him in one shot, so let's just shoot at him. No. Nobody cared about that one little bit. Look at they, look. We've got 3 chunks in unison. Oh, wait. 4. No. Wait. So we've got him. Shot them in the butt. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know where Mr. Beeper's gone. He's gone out of giggling range. And there's a rager up there, actually. Oh, he's seen me now. If you make it up here and I can't, I'm going to be really annoyed. Come on. It's like waiting for a bus and then all of them come along at once. It's honestly, it's one of those things that I've done it when I've been testing on my own, and the very second I tried to show you, which is the whole point of bringing you along for the ride. Oh, here we go. You see them running down. There's the sound. All right, so the trick is to see how many. Oh, he didn't get triggered though. See, he's outside the radius. But someone right up over there has heard that because I saw him running down. Oh, there, look. She heard it. Oh, she's stuck, look. This one in this building heard it. I've just seen an arm poke through the wall. Look, she's trying to run past the other dude. She's like, wait, get out the way. Slightly impressed. Oh, I always love the M16. Wait for it. She's still aggroed. I'm waiting to see if she gets past him. I did notice this behavior at the quarry. Wait for it. No, no, no. Oh, there we go. She did unstick herself. No, 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 the eye. Honestly, it's entirely possible for some other people they do have to completely restart the game. I am incredibly unlucky in single player as much as I am lucky. Right, we'll leave one alive. Oh! So you heard that, but Mr. all the way down there did not. Should we throw another frag? He doesn't know what to do. I'll tell you what, this game is never not entertaining. Oh dear. Let's suffer. Put shopping away. Oh, well, at least you got the shopping done. Well done, you. Was it terrible? I'm in a so-so condition at the moment. I'll let you know later. Okay. Well, if you need some healing hugs, my the peeps watching and commenting will definitely send a hug over. Everybody send hugs to Dragonfly, please. It sounds like he's in need of some loving. It's interesting they go to the same spot though, right? And then he'll see me again without a shadow of a doubt. They might be slightly deaf, but their vision is pretty good. Okay, let's throw another one. Oh, that died. That killed that other fella. And then he didn't hear it. Honestly, I will never understand the noise mechanics. I don't know, John, actually, and I'm going to go in and check now. I mean, it's really how much I want to give how much grief I want to give myself, if I'm honest. Oh, there's Mr. Exploder. Right. Oh, I can't quite get him. I could just about see him. I don't know whether he's stuck or not. Right. Just about to see his head. I don't know whether you can see it bobbing. It's right. Don't know. Right. Let's let him yell at me for a minute. Let's check settings. I don't know. That wouldn't affect, however... Oh, thank you, everybody. That wouldn't affect how a puppet would hear a grenade, though. Right. So I think... Here it is. So I believe the response radius depends on the threat zone. Feudal does explain this in his settings video. I'm not going to attempt to recite that now. But I think it's something like 20 meters and I think it's 30 meters at the max. So I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll double it. We'll put it to 2, and that should be twice whatever distance they normally hear at. Yeah, the eye. Honestly, it's fine. It's entirely possible if that's what's been working for you, because it hasn't worked just going back to the main menu. Honestly, anything can happen with Scum, if I'm perfectly honest. But do try it. Do try just going back to the main menu, because I know it works for me, but... He's seen me again. He didn't hear me. So if there's a horde, she should now get called. But there is only a 50% chance, so who knows. So, yes, we just doubled the range. So let's have a quick look and see what settings are left. I was tempted, and I would turn the map off. But for those of you who watch who don't have the game or are new to the game, I know that would be an utter pain. There you go, Dragonfly. There are a lot of hugs being sent your way right now. I know they're virtual, but they're all for you, my lovely. Yeah, so I will keep the map on because not everybody's gonna know the map that well. So I've left that on, but that would be a good test, along with not allowing third person. I'm pretty sure I would die constantly, actually. Fame multiplier, we've set at 3, so that matches my loot table. So what have we done? NPCs, should we up this again? Should we see if it makes any difference? Let's go to 500, that's a nice round number. If it doesn't make any difference, then it's like it was before, okay? I can't have the base character amount multiplied by any more than 3. 3 is still the maximum. So, Flaley, you did this. You found that there was a sweet spot. Have you seen that it's changed in the new one since 1.0? I'm curious. Or anybody else for that matter who messes around with their settings or plays single player, I suppose. Thank you everybody who sent Dragonfly a hug. I appreciate it. That's time-wise. Respawn batch size multiplier. Multiplier for the encounter character respawn batch size. So that's default. Should we up that? We'll see what happens. Apply. Don't need to worry about the extra characters. Extra characters. We've upped everything else. These are just cooldowns. So that's fine. Because if you was to get damaged, I suppose you wouldn't want another horde straight away. I think we haven't seen a dropship yet either, have we? And I didn't put the new player thing on. Maybe because it's just me on the map? Dunno. Alright. Weather and time of day. Oh, I tell you what. Let's put another poll out. It's going to be probably one of the last ones, because why not? And realistically, it is you guys who are going to be watching at the end of the day. I don't mind either way. So, we can have as short a nighttime as you like. But I know some of you don't enjoy nighttime episodes. So, we can have a nighttime. It can last basically 5 whole minutes if we really wanted to. Perhaps even 1 minute. So, ask a question. We need to have a nighttime because otherwise it would just be weird, maybe. I don't really know. How long per night? Now, this is a game hour, okay? So, we'll have 30 minutes. Why not? We'll have 1 hour. And we'll have 2 hours. That's what I've got it at right now. Start poll. You say. There you go. Vote away, everybody. But yeah, like I said, I know some of you don't enjoy the nighttime episodes because you find them hard to watch. I have some... I shouldn't have too much issues actually brightening stuff up now that I'm going to have to change editing suites. So that can get better. So I can lighten it up as well a little bit. The gamma is already up as far as I can get it. And I have turned the nighttime darkness down. Or, in a better sense, I've made it brighter. The nighttime's brighter. So I have already done that. That's not necessarily how I would play, but that makes your lives easier when you're watching me play. We can change this, and look, it's got a star to it, so it won't take effect until I go out. But anyway, so yeah, nighttime darkness is down. I've left the time of day speed at what it normally is. So in reality for you, half an hour on here is more like 20 minutes. Flaley, I haven't thoroughly tested this one, but I have to fiddle with that soon. I'll let you know if I find anything changed. Yes, if you could, that'd be awesome. I used to have nighttime about 10 seconds. You could watch the sunset and then turn around and watch the sunrise. Oh my god, that would be kind of cool. Well, I'm thinking it's gonna be if you all pick 30 minutes, then nighttime's gonna be about 10 minutes long. Can I adjust the poll? Can I edit it? No, I can only end it. I should have made like a 15 minutes, shouldn't I? There it is. Whatever you pick, we'll go with. But if 30 minutes wins, then the nights will be approximately actually about 10 minutes in actual game time. Hopefully on the new editing suite, I'll be able to lighten stuff up for you as well, because I know it's different as well. So if you're watching on a computer, it's so much different than when you're watching it on your TV compared to watching it on a tablet or a phone. So I do get that. Okay, cargo drops we've dealt with. Hunts. I've messed around with these a little bit just to give me a little bit longer to hunt an animal down, but in reality, all I've really done is kind of left everything default, same with the health of the animal. So I haven't really mucked around too much about with that. Although, like we said, we've already seen a wolf, and I haven't seen a wolf since possibly season 3. So that's a long time. It feels like a long, long time ago. Respawn. So what I've done with the respawn price is I've actually left it the same as what the default is, because we are going to be using the traders. I am going to hopefully start making money. If I die, I am going to lose money. So I've kept that default. I need gold to spawn at my shelter. So the goal is to make money in order to buy gold. Gold. I love gold. There, yes, absolutely, Flaney. Yeah, a little bit like you did with your uh, Tommy series. I don't know how else to say that actually, which was very good, everybody. By the way, it's ever such a good way of doing a Scum series. I feel if I did it, it might be very cringeworthy, but there we are. Yes, so we're going to be using the traders. Should we turn the permadeath threshold down, or do we actually really want to do that and then we got to start afresh? Nah, let's leave that the same. Let's leave that the same. Vehicles I've done with you. Damage. Damage. Here you go. So I haven't changed that from the last season, which is if a zombie hits me, it's 8 times. They are going to hit hard. I do not want to get hit. I feel like 9 or 10 is going to be a one-hit kill, and then I'm just going to be dying all the time. 8 is survivable. If I get hit by a chunk, they knock a very big chunk of my health off. I've turned down the decay, so everything isn't going off or getting damaged too quickly. But the default is 1, and I've turned it down to half. And that seems to be okay. It's not everything's in your favor, but it's not everything's wearing through, and by the time you run home, your apple's gone bad. So, 28 hours, yeah, that was it. Was the name of the series. I plan to do another one at some point. I never got to finish the original. Yeah, I know, but shiniz happened, didn't it, Flaley? If anybody's got the time, go and watch it, because it's like, it's not talking to you guys like I do in my videos. It's actually, well, he's talking to Tommy, which is, his friend, which turned into a zombie and died, and haunts him, basically, to the end of time. Flaley did it so well. I feel like if I did it, it would just be super cringy. But it's one of those things you think, I really want to do something like that. But I probably wouldn't do it very well. I don't know. I'm not ruling it out for the future. But if anybody's interested in that sort of role play thing, Flaley did it very well. Go and check his series out. I've thoroughly enjoyed it anyway. Now, what else? Features. Base building. I haven't changed anything. Allow floor placement on half and low walls. We'll leave that alone. I've left that. That's all completely default. Don't need to worry about that. I told you already, so I've made the fuel is free. You voted for that to confirm. This is how you do it. Just go to the price per unit multiplier and set it to 0, and you will have free fuel. Item spawning. Oh yeah, we need to turn this up to 3. That's what you voted for. Now that does have a star next to it, so we're going to apply that, but that won't apply until I come out of the game. And then I leave everything else alone, basically. Farming, I haven't touched that. Skills, I haven't touched any of this. This is exactly default. Quests, I haven't changed this, but we will be having a go at the quests. I did say I was going to do everything that's available to us, minus the NPCs, when 1.0 drops. So here you go. I haven't done anything. I've left that all on complete default. I haven't even checked the poll. What have we got? 12 votes. Come on, we can get up to. Can we get up to 15? Currently, 1 hour is winning. If you want a shorter, so an hour is about 20-minute nighttime. If you want a shorter nighttime, you got to vote for it. It's 12 votes and there's 17 people watching. So get to vote in if you lurking in the background. Quests, turrets. We're not going to worry about that for the minute, although we do know now that the turrets are actually really very cool. Attack prisoners, puppets, vehicles. So, well, we don't need to worry about vehicles, do we? Sentries, animals. Yeah, we could do, I suppose. Armed NPCs. Well, we don't have any, but we'll leave that on. I don't want them attacking me, so just in case, let's turn that off. Because I did get blown up. If anybody missed the end of the last season where I did the where I did the stream, I got blown up by my own RPG rocket turret. It was very funny. Oh dear. Even if you just, it was quite close to the end because we were tripping on mushrooms. So if that's all you want to watch, get towards the last sort of half an hour of the game. Oh, okay, so this is what I've also done. This is the same as last series. The inertia's been turned off. I turned the stamina drain on jumping and climbing down to 25%. So you get a little bit exhausted, but not horrendously so. I've disabled exhaustion, because that does make it a grind. Body stimulation multiplier, I haven't changed. Kill box and all that, I haven't changed. Enable new player protection is off. I'll do that on my single player as well. So we won't be protected. We want everything to happen, I suppose, all at once. What the new player protection really does is, like it said at the start, if you weren't here, it's basically the dropships don't hunt you down, and I think it's hordes don't happen in the first 2 hours of gameplay. So if you're new to the game, I would opt yes. If it gives you the chance, anyway. Flaley, my character talks to the ghost hallucination of his dead deceased friend, who also talks to him in turn. That's it, yes. Tommy does talk back. It was fun doing voice lines to characters once, even if it was silly sometimes. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic, Flaley. Definitely one of those things you could rewatch because it was just like a little sort of mini series. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think you did a fantastic job. Shema, I might have missed it. Have you encountered the NPCs yet? Yes, I have. I explain in some detail at the beginning of the stream. But yes, in the first bit of testing, I came up quite a lot of them at the quarry. I then came up against, I turned them down and came up against another one that shot me. I would say 7 out of 10 of them have guns. In my sole experience, that's not the same experience for everybody, and that's on the lowest setting 1. So I turned them down because I can't for the life of me find anywhere online where it states to us what the default number of NPCs, or bandits, we said we were going to call them bandits, what the default number of bandits are. So the default number is -1 here. So default's -1. Currently, I have not been able to find anywhere what -1 represents. Is it 50, 64? Is it 182? Don't know. So I put in 50, and I still had one chasing me through B2 with a gun, a handgun, improvised handgun. Then yesterday I did a gaming session with Citizen Z, and on JP server, Shema, you are very aware of what the NPC is like on JP server. And we went to Grandpa's place. I know some of you won't know where that is. Hang on a minute. Let me come out. I'll show you. Oh yeah, I forgot about you too. Here, there's a little sort of village. Hamlet? We'll call it a hamlet. This is where Grandpa always used to set up shop. He might still do the same, I'm not entirely sure. I went there on my own, didn't encounter anything but zombies. Z was trotting from here, I trotted all the way down from here. We approached that together, and there were 3 NPCs with guns who killed all the puppets first, and then came after us. We hid in a bush for as long as we could, crawled off, and somehow one had flanked us. We hadn't seen him, we'd been watching the whole time. Flanked us, shot Z, killed him, shot me. I laid down in the grass, and for some reason, because he killed Z, that was satisfactory enough. And, right, I'm just going to do that because they're so loud. And so yeah, Z promptly died. And then we were building a base in the middle of nowhere. And we hadn't even got to finishing the flag, and 3 NPCs came along. 1 with a crossbow, 2 with guns, and promptly again killed Z. He's got the shotgun though, so he's firing at them, although the game wouldn't let him aim down the iron sights for some reason. So he ended up getting killed. I got shot again already, because I was the one who baited them in, I suppose. I didn't realise they were there, and then had an arrow whistle past my ears. Or a crossbow bolt, I suppose. I got shot, so whilst I'm patching myself in a bush, they shot Z. Yeah, that was our sole experience. So yeah. But if you want a more thorough, waffly version of that, go and rewatch the start of the stream. Right, 1 hour night times is still winning. We got 14 votes. We'll tell you what, if we can make it to 15 votes, I'll end the poll. But it does look like 1 hour nights is winning right now. Anyway, back to settings. I still to watch that flavor. Yeah, it's really good. I'd recommend it. Might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yes, I've got MPs turned off now because of my past experiences. I don't want them on. I'm not a PvPer. Don't hate me for it, okay? But I will have, Shamar, if you've missed it, I'm going to have dropships on, except the cargo drops. We had a poll and they voted no. The hordes are on. Horde screen will be at, is it 50%? We had a poll about the loot. The loot's at 3. Free fuel. Dropships on. Mechs are on. Everything else that terrifies me is on. Just not the NPCs. I know, Rafael, and I'm sorry. I just, honestly, I don't think my heart could take it for one, but I just don't enjoy it. And I feel if I played the game and I'm not enjoying myself, you're going to know. And then you're not going to enjoy it. If I ever get better at PvP, unlikely, but you never know, I'll turn them back on, okay? But for this series, I'm not having them on. I'm sorry. Don't unsubscribe. Please. The one at the quarry, that was single player. The one at B2 Town for me, that was single player. Yesterday for me and Z, that was on JP's server. Yeah, the other thing as well, don't forget everybody, is if I end up streaming on a multiplayer server, I don't have a choice. And most, from what I can tell, most servers have the NPCs on. I honestly will not have a choice when it comes to multiplayer, so you'll be able to see me suffer then, okay? There's always an option to see me suffer. Right, where did we get to? Quests, we didn't change that. Turrets, misc. Enable Dina. Dina's off, like I said at the start. If you're new to the game, I'd turn her on. I think she's useful. Ah, here we go. Enable Digital Deluxe Starter Pack. Surge, the beautiful Surge. He bought me the latest DLC, which gave me the fatigues and things like that. I don't know where you get the choice of changing the fatigues, which color, but I'm going to turn this off because I don't want it when it gets to the series. Interesting. I didn't see that before. Alright. Base build. And then it's just custom zones, which I don't plan on doing. The map will just be as is. That's it. That's all settings done. Shush. Right. She now heard me. We've got a new one up there who has not. I think that's still the person there. Alright. What's the time? Oh, shit. I always run over. Excuse my language. I'm so sorry. Alright. One more place. Let's go to Novigrad. Let's go to Novigrad quickly because that's also interesting. The Zeds, honestly, I swear, march to their own beat. And for sure the bunkers always used to. It was like because these zeros and the Zeds got added on later that it just decides not to adhere to any rules whatsoever. Where should we come in? Should we come in where the cafe is? Let's do that. One more vote on the night time. Come on, you can do it. Alright, here we are. This is the one place that I found is the worst, that used to be the worst for the homing pigeon behavior. Tell you what, let's run to the medical center. Or is it supermarket? I can't remember. Check on places that spawn vehicles. No. Meow. It's so quick. He is dead. Quite literally. Someone just spawned in that bush. It's a medical patient. There also used to be beepers on the top of that hotel. I don't know whether that's still the case, but... Where are you going? Where are you going? Hey! You! Oh! People... There we go. There's the horde scream. How many do we get running? Not many. Is that it? We literally got... I don't know why the quarry was so mental. Oh wait, we got him. And them two. I thought one up there heard it. Well, she took a while to get here, but she's in on the party. Let's try... Have we still got a frag? Oh, we run out. Okay. And then I'll catch up on chat, I promise. Ah, you can't get up here. As jumpy as you are. Right. I'm going to stand here and do that. Flew that. So we need to make these hordes bigger. The one at the quarry was massive, but then there are a lot of puppets always at the quarry. How many do I want to deal with, or could I deal with, if... if I was on my own and I only had a stone axe and a bow and arrow. Alright. Excuse me, I'm gonna have a drink. Shamo, bless you. He says, as a member of the International Coward Society, I am. I'm a total wuss. I completely understand, Ollie. You'll never have to apologise. Bless you, thank you. I can shoot puppet. Anything that doesn't shoot back, we're all good. If they shoot back, honestly, I then suddenly panic. You had a lot more groans then. I know I've aggroed the ones inside. Alright, anyway, chat. You should always play the game you want to. We'll still be here to watch. Thank you, Flaney. I appreciate that. Respect. Absolutely. They may get stuck in buildings, so it'll take time for them to run here. Yeah, and I've got the doors and windows turned off. So if they're inside, they're going to stay inside. Unless, of course, there's an open door for them to run through. Where else is busy? The city. Alright, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Is we're going to go back to the big city. And we're going to go back to where I triggered the horde before, which was by the underground garage. Right there. Off to Samabor. One of my favourite places, actually. I don't know why, because I never actually used to like it very much. But now I like it a lot. I don't know why. So, I shot some puppets over here with a suppressed sidearm. And I triggered, even though the hordes were turned off, I still triggered a horde. Alright. Let's go for a run. Let's spawn them in. Come on. One more vote. One more vote. Someone did suggest, actually, I can't remember who, suggested building a base down in the underground garage. Which would kind of be cool. If you spawn near the city pretty much has everything you need. It's got food, it's got farms surrounding it, you've got so much metal, you'll never want for anything, really. It doesn't have a bunker, but it does have some gun shops. I don't actually see anybody. I wonder what would happen, everybody, if we just turn those settings back down to 200. Because I haven't seen a vast difference, if I'm perfectly honest. This might actually still be the sweet spot. I'm not entirely sure. We will go back to main menu, and then we'll go back out. Big city by the market. Do you mean by the where the stadium is? I call it the stadium. Alright. Let's go back in. Right. I don't think anybody else wants to vote, so I'm going to end the poll, just so I don't forget. So, what won is an hour's night. So, nighttime. 1 hour. We'll do that before I forget. Why not? This doesn't matter as far as time is concerned now. It's not in here, is it? Here. So what we'll do, I've got a minute to midnight, and I'll just make this 1 a.m. Apply. Needs to be restarted, but we don't mind at this point. Alright, we're back in. Let's end the poll. Let's do that before I forget. End. There we are. Alright. Back into the game. Stop that. We're going to run through the city. So if you're talking about the stadium, we just really... Actually, we'll just run south. We'll just run that way. see who we can annoy. See who we see on our travels. If anybody. God, do you remember? Do you remember? Those of you, way back when. I say this a lot. I'm so sorry. It must annoy the shinners out of you. Oh, there's some grumbling. 1. The city used to be absolutely rammed with puppets. This way, I think. And since the new spawning system, it's a lot quieter than you think it would be. And, you know, it'd be wicked if it was like The Walking Dead and you just ran around a corner. You came around a corner and you were like, there was just a horde there. And I mean a proper horde. Like Walking Dead horde. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, there's a gun shop right here. That the puppets always walk out, well, in my experience, walk out of. Stop it. I think that's the sounds from the fire. So the stadium used to be terrifying. Or gymnasium, I suppose. The underground garage always used to have beepers in it. And yeah, it'd be absolutely rammed. And now it's not as deadly. Oh, hello. Need a wheel for that. Wait. I need to use the gun. I need to see if I can trigger a horde. That's what I did at the quarry. Oh, I definitely triggered. Everybody heard that. Oh, yep, there's the horde sound. Okay, let's put this away. Somewhere around here is a ladder. Oh, he didn't hear it, though. Oh, we might need to adjust settings. Oh, dear. Anybody down there? No. If I plonk myself out here, they're going to see me. Oh. Oh, they lost interest very quickly. So yeah, I am not getting a big horde whatsoever. So maybe... I know, selfless. I know, honestly. I always run over. There's never enough time in the day. I just want to check one more thing then, because then this is what I would do. Because I don't think the bunker. I don't think the numbers actually make much difference, but I think what we'll do is we'll try and increase the horde size. Amount. We'll take this up to 3. Modify base amount of horde group characters spawned in a given encounter. I'm going to apply that. And this one. Because we're still not getting a massive amount. Distance. I think the yelling. Where's the distance? Activation. Spawn. No. Oh, yes. Okay, no, we don't want them to be spawning right on our tushes. 1. I think I've missed it. Bless you. Thank you, Annihilate. Right, I just want the... Oh, here we go. Response radius. Let's say 3. Let's shove the multipliers up to 3. Unless this is a percentage. I don't think it is. I believe it is... Right, we've already triggered one here. So why don't we run towards the shop? The shop is just here. Hey, JP. Just in the nick of time. We're trying to trigger hordes. I'm thinking I can probably outrun these, but... Oh! Second horde! There's the horde sound. I didn't... She didn't... These didn't get triggered, though. So what did we get? An extra 2? How you doing, JP, anyway? How's things? Right. Let's get rid of Skinny. Slightly Skinny. What are we left with? I reckon 2 that I can outrun. If I wasn't so hungry. Let's just do an MRE. Stew flavored. Alright. I've turned it up twice, JP. Because I think it's like 30 odd meters. Oh, bless you. Hugs to JP as well, please, everybody. JP needs a hug. Yeah, everybody's actually, whether it's just getting into that time of the year, everybody is having a rough time right now. But you know what? We're all here for you. We're all here for you. Oh, they de-aggroed. Alright, one last time then. Radius. Response radius. Say 5? Radius. It's a multiplayer. Oh, bless. Look, JP. Yeah. Oh, hey, Auntie Anya. Auntie Anya's in the house. Just in the nick of time. I'm definitely finishing in about 5 minutes. Right, I'm going to put that at 5 and see what happens. And then we're going to run. Let's put this away. We should be able to outrun those 2. And then we're going to run towards that crane, basically. This way. Now you can't get me. I'm too quick for you. Hey, Gary. How are you doing? Thank you very much for sending hugs. This way. This way. There's the petrol station. They're not skinnies. I'm hoping they can't keep up with me. I'm reasonably quick. They didn't even notice me. Oh, he did eventually. I think she just ran straight past her. Nobody at the petrol station, which is weird. There's something up with that petrol station. Alright. Let's see what happens. Nothing. How anticlimactic. Alright. There's a one-wheel dirt bike over there. What about Scumbar? Scumbar's just down here. Oh dear. How are you doing, Anya, my lovely? How are you doing? Thank you for hopping in the chat. Have you been lurking the whole time? Just see if there's anything in the weapons store. Oh yeah, the last time I came in here, I was tripping, wasn't I? And there was loads of stuff in here, and I was like, oh look. Nah, not so much. Right, Scumbar. That's where we're gonna finish it, down at Scumbar. Why not? Ready for a party. I think it's down here. I normally come down here on a bike. Yeah, so quiet. So quiet. We'll go down here. This is where the square... I'll call it the square, I suppose. The market square-ish. The promenade. What else would you call it down here? usually get a few puppets walking around down here. Where the tool store is, here. The school's just there. I don't think I need anything. Tool store's just here. Last time I came here, I got an absolute shed load of toolboxes. It was kind of cool. Not so much today. But again, like I said, oh, there's a nice axe there. Oh, earplugs. We could do with them, couldn't we? It will be a brand new, fresh spawn when we start this new series. So, now we'll leave that open. Right, here we go. Scum bar. There's nobody. It's deserted. There's the fireman's compound. We've got 1 minute left. Yes, JP. Yeah, Feudo's got the previous settings video, which is really good. I can't remember necessarily all of them. I may have to go back and possibly re-understand. I'm just upping multipliers at this point. The Chinese shop... Hey, Pedro. The Chinese shop pops up a horde. Oh, does it? What, the one down here? Yeah, Z definitely sort of fared worse than I did. I got shot, actually, but I just didn't die. I hear somebody. Oh, there we go. No. Honestly, Pedro, if you want something to happen in single player, if I'm doing it on a stream, it won't happen. Promise ya. It's like the game does it to spite me. Yeah, it was tough. Basically, the NPCs got us both times, and we just did... Yeah, we didn't get very far. And all we were doing is building a flag, and that was the same... That was the second time the NPCs did us in. And at that point, it was, yeah, gaming session over. So I would... Yeah, the NPCs make it a lot harder. So there we go, everybody. If I play multiplayer, for example, and I happen to be on anybody's server, you'll likely find me attempting to fight NPCs and probably dying. Where did she go? There she is. No, not attracting anybody. Yeah, honestly, Pedro, it's entirely possible. It's just, yeah. I asked this game to do something a bit like in the stream that I finished my Season 4 off with. Every single time I tested having the dropships attack the base, they did. Stream, not once. Not once. So yeah, it's just the way it goes. Yeah, I know, but then in reality, so I know I'm testing it now, and I want to trigger a horde. We triggered one, I just want a bigger one. I'm thinking that when I'm playing and I've only got a bow and arrow and a stone axe, I don't want to make it too horrendously difficult. No, God, JP, you do what you need to do because it's your server. Don't, for example, change it because we kept dying. You definitely have enough people playing on there. I hear a footstep. Don't drop it down on our sake. I definitely hear a footstep. Sorry, and now I'm definitely overrunning. Maybe the game I'm... yeah, it probably is. Along with the fact that I can, you know, like with the stalking chicken and all that sort of stuff. I bet you there's a puppet in there. For some reason, even though that... I bet you. Yeah, even though that building is turned off, I always end up having a puppet walk out of there. Well, the city was a bust, but there we are. I thought that. I thought about the firefighters compound. Usually do get a few in there, don't we? Alright, last one. And then, good grief, look, I'm 3 minutes over already. Actually, I'm 33 minutes over. Oh, Mr. Chunk. Is it just him? I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll leave the gates open. Anybody? It's there's a lot more trees in here. I don't remember there being this many trees. Let's run around the compound. Oh. There's one in that bush. Right. They haven't walked out their bushes yet, but there are a few here. So, let's shoot one and see what happens. There he is. Not a lot. I'm telling you, I asked the game to do something when I'm streaming. It goes, nope. Nope. Right, that's fine. That's okay. We've had a good fun. And actually, we have set some settings in place. So everything that has happened on this stream is exactly how the new season is going to start. I will recap that at the start of Season 5, for sure. I will quickly sort of do a rundown of what to expect by Annihilate. Thank you for popping in. But in a nutshell, dropships on, hordes on, loots at 3, free fuel, puppets hit 8 times. Puppets are up as high as I think I can get them. Thanks for popping in, JP and Auntie Anya. You beautiful people, you. That's it in a nutshell. No NPCs, no vaulting windows or jump or opening doors. I think that's pretty much what I've turned off. Oh, and you guys voted for no dropships of the cargo drops. Au revoir, the eye. Thank you for popping in to everybody. Before you go, however, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Bloody chickens. Honestly. Yeah, it helps me out a great deal. Thank you very much, Shema. I appreciate that. You legend, you. Yeah, new season, hopefully next week. Fingers crossed. In real life, behaving itself, you should get an episode next week. Alright? Selfless, thank you so much for popping by. Everybody who has popped in and out has watched on and off. I'm going to forget names, so I'm not going to start. Hey, obrigado. Bye, Pedro. Everybody who's hopped in and out, thank you very much. Like I said, if you like the stream or you're watching this on the replay, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And yeah, I will say as I always do. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, take it easy and take care.